What's up, Troy?
Happy Friday, Jerry.
Good to see you, man.
Whew, good to see you too, man. Good to see you too. It's been a week.
I'm ready for a good weekend, man.
I'm ready for a good weekend too.
I'm gonna get really fucked up.
I got to hit that thing.
A pretty special piece, man.
Got some vapes to beat up.
Vapor streaming, just what you needed. Glad that you're here.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Troy and Jerry Think Tank. What's up, Jerrykins? How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. Sorry we're late, guys. My fault. My internet fucked up, rebooted twice. We were all ready to go, ready to push the button, and the fucking plug to my internet fell out of the wall by itself. So here we are late. Sorry, guys.
Second episode of National Lampoon's Who Fucked Jerry's Internet. I don't know what
Right?
that even means. That was a dumb
And
joke.
Jerupus.
Way to start the show up. Who wrote that? Who wrote that shit?
I like the old intro, bro. That was fun. It had been a while.
Classic, right? I love that old intro.
That is a classic, man. It's worth it.
It's good shit. It's good shit. We got a fun episode tonight, Jerry. We're gonna talk about some vape semantics and some vape shit later. We got a giveaway. We'll get the giveaway going right away because the giveaway. If you haven't entered the giveaway, it's already too late. The winner is drawn, and the giveaway is locked. We got this badass Cannabis Hardware device going out. But first, you want to? Do we have anything to kick off before rolling into the important stuff? Since we're late.
I've got a bowl ready that I'd like to hit. Can we?
You're ready to vape.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to vape as well, but we got to do the news first.
2 minutes in. I love you. We're getting right to it tonight, guys.
Yeah, let's roll the news out, Jerry. Forgot to get something to stack.
Me too, man. This is not the night for me to be on top of it.
Oh, shit. Well, tonight in the news, today is August 23rd, Troy and Jerry Think Tank Vape Weed News Edition. Did you see Focus V, the makers of the Carta, makers of the little Eris? They're going public, it seems.
That's crazy, man. It's happened a few times in this industry. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But that's pretty dope for somebody.
I see you. Is this sharing my shit now?
Yeah, you're up there, man. Oh, by the way, you're backwards. The smart cannabis. I hate to tell you now, but you know.
Yeah. Thanks, Jerry.
There we go. Sorry. I didn't catch it earlier. Yeah, so these guys are what is this? 89 million raised.
89,000 raised right now. That looks like they got a $24 million valuation, taking the minimum investment of $420. They got some perks you get some long lasting perks, and you get some device perks going. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, I want to see how they got to that evaluation, man. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You guys be careful. 24 million? 24 million?
Well,
it happens. They
got numbers to back it up. They got their numbers in here.
All right.
There's the owner's edition.
Fuck,
you get with the matching saber and the Eris. That's pretty cool.
I'm in. Now I want it. Now I'm in. How much do I have to get for that?
Fuck, I like that one. I like the teal. Damn. It's my favorite color right there.
So you throw in 420 and they'll send you that shit? Is that the idea?
I don't know exactly. You got to read the fine print, Jerry. I'm not I anal. I am not a lawyer. Right there. That's what that little acronym stands for.
Right.
But yeah, that's Focus V. Congrats on Focus V going big like that. That's cool. Next up over here, did you see this device? I don't know if this is real or not.
I don't know.
This popped up. And,
can you scroll a little bit? Is it moving around or something?
Yeah,
there you go.
So it's like a reloadable combustion device. It's almost like the Haze Square. Do you remember the Haze Square? I know you remember the Haze Square, Jerry.
Yeah.
So this is like the Haze Square, but designed for combustion. Haze Square was just accidental combustion repeatedly. This is designed for combustion, and it has ash disposal and everything. So it's like you can load multiple bowls, up to 2 grams. It says 100 smoke sessions per charge on this little beast, and yeah, it'll take care of everything. Multiple bowls, 2 grams distributed. I don't know how many bowls, but in one of the things
Looked like a 6-shooter to me. That's what I've been sitting here, my mind blown about. Was it looks like a 6-shooter?
One of them showed the bowl. I thought
That thing was big in that dude's hand.
It is big, yeah. It's like a Brita water filter that you're gonna walk around with here. So yeah, it's that.
If anybody asks you, tell them it's your Brita. They're like, what the fuck
Yeah,
you doing walking around with a Brita, man?
Oh shit, I missed
Oh
one.
wow, look at that, man. So okay, right on. So if you want to smoke, that's interesting, man.
Yeah, and
Right on.
Sorry, I gotta get weird here for a second.
It's about to get weird. What just
I
happened?
missed one. I'm in the wrong order. So I
Oh,
gotta.
right. Oh, I see what you did. Right. So now we're this one. Right. I got you.
Yeah, because I want this one to have audio, and
Okay.
to do it with audio, I have to share it as a tab. So yeah, there we go. Do you have audio?
I don't. There it is.
Hey, did you know the Ace pre-sale starts at 4:20 p.m. today?
What's the Ace?
It's like the screwball, but without the cord. And you can heat your cord's bangers. Here, watch this.
Boy, Cal. My gosh. Look who's running.
Hey, did you know the Ace pre-sale starts at 4:20
Oh,
p.m.
that is
today?
great.
What's the Ace?
That's great.
It's like the
Great. So, yeah,
I love my boy Cal, man. That was hilarious, Cal. Way to
yeah, you can use code Troy and Jerry, right? Over at Vapevana.
yeah. Save like
Save.
10%.
Yeah, and the pre-sale and whole bundle is $420. I have mine. Jerry, you've been using yours. I don't have the heat shield on mine yet. I keep forgetting to put it on. I love the look of that armored coil that's in there. You know.
Trying to think. I don't have the heat shield on mine either. I need to do that. You're right. Mine's over on my bedside. It's that one's actually by my bed for a number of reasons, but one because it's kind of small and I have a small nightstand, so it's pretty dope over there.
Yeah, it's a good spot for it, right by your nightstand.
I was just beating it up last night.
So we talked a couple weeks ago about how New York was slapping down on all the illegal weed shops, and of course
Yeah,
that
remember?
looks like it drove a little boost in their legal sales. They've been legal now for a couple years, and they're touting now that they've hit half $1 billion in sales. So 160 million in their first year last year, and then 370 million so far this year, and we're only in 2/3 of the way through. So that's pretty good. New York is doing pretty good with their recreational sales there.
Yeah, man. So the moral of the story is if you're running a government and you're not making money on marijuana, shut down the illegal ones. I mean, that's a shit ton of money they got going this year, man. 160 last year, and they're already over 300 this year. And what they did is they ran out there and shut down hundreds of stores. So that does it, man. That's great.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, at least now their money is going to the right channels, right? I mean, this is better for the real weed industry or weed market, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get into that, but I mean, yeah, it's look, I think this whole thing's a fucking stupid game anyhow. Like, I mean, I went to get my license renewed just this week, actually, or it was last week or this week, and I went in there, and I was just sitting there the whole time thinking, this is a game. We're just playing a game here, man.
Oh, sure. Yeah, one's trapping this way, one's trapping that way, for sure. Like you're just supporting somebody's trap. That's all it is.
But yeah, that's a good follow up on that, man, because we were talking about that for a while. How they were cracking down. They're just cracking the whip, and sure as shit, they made some money out of it. So right on.
Exactly. Speaking not cracking down, but cracking up. Dope as Yola. Kudos to this fucking guy. Made his first on-stage appearance last night at the Hollywood Improv here in LA. I really wanted to go, but I had some other plans that I could not break. And damn, like he's a creator. He's been hustling for years now. His show has grown into a popular podcast.
Mhm.
He and Marty are always just crushing it. And now Yola himself has gone on stage and done stand-up comedy, improv. I'm not sure exactly what this show was, but I know it was him standing up and performing in front of a lot of people, which is really hard to do. Have you done something like this, Jerry, before?
Not like a performance. I mean, I've spoken, but not like telling jokes and shit. Like,
Yeah.
So I didn't have an opportunity to bomb. You know what I mean? Like that's fearful. So that's a different level of anxiety. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool, man. Like you're right. He's been blowing it out, and I'm glad to see he's doing that. Have you seen any clips or heard any of his jokes at all yet? I wonder what it was.
I haven't yet. I'm looking forward to hearing what's out there.
Well, I'm glad to see he's doing that, man. I know he was. We just talked about how he was talking about his cannabis allergy that he developed and stuff like that. So, hopefully, this is something else he can do as well, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's dope.
Keep crushing it.
I want to hear your jokes, man. I want to hear some jokes. Guess Troy and Jerry start telling jokes soon, man. Watch out.
We'll have to get Thomas on the Troy and Jerry show. D-Dave was out there giving away some derp torches, the little soldering iron powered DIY build ball vape, reminiscent of the Terp torch. He sells them for $50 as a kit, I guess. Wow.
Yeah, dude. I love D-Dave. He's been in this community forever and making mod kits for all kinds of cool shit like the Extreme and all other kinds of things. And this is cool, man. It makes sense that he would do something like this that would be really economical. You know, like that's an affordable vape, and you know it's going to hit well. So I dig the dude, man. He's been around a long time, and now he's doing a giveaway. So bop on over to his Instagram and support him. Check it out.
Yeah, so like this post, tag 3 friends in the comments, repost to your feed, follow on Instagram. Cool, man. I hope I win a pink one, a pink derp torch. Rad.
Pink torch, love it.
Speaking of pink torches, Jerry,
ooh.
So these are Mike Tyson's original bites. And these are available in most states. If you can get the cannabis stuff, I think they're cannabis. But they're banned in Colorado because in Colorado you can't have gummies that are shaped like human parts. So in Colorado, Mike Tyson had to launch. Oh no, I can't share that window. He had to launch a different gummy that is shaped like a boxing glove. You see this?
Yeah, that's hilarious, man. No ears. And you know what's funny is the glove looks a hell of a lot like an ear, man. Like you take away the thumb and that's the first thing I'm gonna bite off. I'll have an ear. You know, that's great. But his ear gummies were funny because they had the little bite out of them. So
that's what I thought. That's the perfect gummy, the little ear with the little bite out of it. Like I would buy those as a novelty. The little boxing glove, it looks stupid and it's not nearly as fun.
Dude, do you remember that moment? Like I saw that live when he bit Holyfield.
You saw it live?
Yeah, not like in the thing, but I mean, I was watching it on HBO or whatever the fuck it was on because it was better because I was into boxing back then. But I couldn't believe it. Like he's out there fighting Holyfield and quite frankly getting beat. And next thing I know, old boy's grabbing him, you know, like how they hold each other, and he bites his ear, and Holyfield like what? And I'm sitting there going, what the hell happened? And he's bleeding, and I was like, this is fucking crazy. They got to stop this fighter or something. He's got to be disqualified. No, they let him keep going. He bit the other one. He did it again. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was the craziest shit ever, man. Holyfield was motherfucking pissed, and rightfully so.
What the fuck, Jerry? That's crazy shit.
Got fucked up ears for life, man.
Remember to submit your news stories to news@troyandjerry.com, or you can tag one of us on Instagram or send it to the Troy and Jerry Instagram account, or send it to me on Discord if you're on Discord. Thanks to everybody who has been contributing to the news stories this week.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. That's the news, man.
That's the news. shit, somebody forgot to click the other background button.
We still telling news?
We're still telling. Make up some more news real quick, Jerry.
Okay.
While I find
Quick news. I'm not wearing my Troy and Jerry shirt. I've got my WWE. Let me talk to you, Tippa. LA Knight shirt. I hope you like wrestling. You still? Oh, there you go. You got us back to normal. There we go. Love
there
it.
we go.
Can I hit this bowl now? I want to hit this bowl.
You've been waiting. You've been waiting just to vape a bowl. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's
You know it. Might as well vape this too because I'm on my
Cal on the
What's that? No, we didn't say anything yet. Now, to who?
Cal.
Oh yeah, Cal.
Habana, because he launched the Ace. It's no longer the cordless screwball or the wireless screwball. It is the Ace. That's what he's calling it. So get it right, Jerry. Get it right. It's the Ace.
So I've been vaping on the Ace near my bed. Okay.
Oh, why do I have so many windows open? Oh, it's because I just did the news.
Oh, this feels great, dude. This fucking. We're gonna talk about this later, so I'm not gonna bother right now.
What do you? Oh, okay.
I'm just hitting the Venus, and I'm like, you were right. That thing's different than the other one, so we'll get to that later.
You're hitting the Venus. You're hitting the Venus.
That was good. Now, to be honest, that was a cleanup hit for all the weed that was in my grinder when I started the show. And now I want to grind some fucking snow-till. So I want to get the real shit out.
Oh, I need to get out my quantum nug machine here. Wiggle.
Right?
Shit, I'm sitting in the sunlight. Oh, I love the smell of quantum terpenes.
Quantum terpenes.
What are you pulling out, Jerry? I pulled out
Pie cream.
Pie cream.
It's truly a quantum night. Here's mine. Mine's in the Jarino. So good. So good.
That was classic.
Dude, we're gonna grind, man. Should we call up Betty?
Yeah, we should. We should call up Betty.
Let me go. I'll find Betty.
Go find Betty. Sometimes you gotta call her on the phone.
Betty, you're slacking. You're missing here. Where are we?
She has a traditional landline.
She does, doesn't she? Am I even in the right place? Oh yeah, here we go. Okay.
Hello, this is Betty White. You need some time to grind.
All right, we're gonna hit this thing here. Is that what we're gonna do?
You gotta give me a moment. Now I gotta grind some shit.
What strain you got?
Pink strawberry gelato.
Now I gotta grind some.
I just pulled out a nug, dude.
Now I gotta grind some.
Now I gotta grind some shit.
Let me grind one up.
That was nice.
Just the amount of time, bro. This stuff is sticky. Did you get your fingers sticky? My fingers are sticky.
Yeah, dude. I didn't touch much of it, but I'm also using the full-sized screwball bowl tonight. It won't focus. There we go. Yeah.
Are you using the Ace or are you using some of the Cannabis Hardware stuff?
I'm using the Ace. Well, I'm using the Ace head, but technically I'm using a Cannabis Hardware heater.
What?
Okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. Heater head. Yeah, I got you. Right.
Blasphemy.
Right on.
He is selling the head without the heater this time, although I'm not sure if it's available in the pre-order. But he did say that he will be selling the head.
Dude, I think it's a great idea. I mean, now that we've got different base stations, like you can get the Moab and put, a screwball on it. You could get the altar and put a Venus on it. I mean, I've got the altar going over here for my dabs right now, and I've got the Moab for my flowers. So hell yeah, man. I mean, I love it that you can buy these heads separate and mix and match and get what you want. It's perfect.
Yeah. My desk is evolving so fast. I don't know if I have a camera set up over there. This one? Oh yeah, this one's kind of there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So
Well
yeah,
done.
those are all my Bangors. So yeah, this is live. So
Love it. And with the altar there, fantastic. I was gonna say, can you flip that screen, bro? I want to read Vape Zone. Oh, now I'm really going sideways on this shit. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's the shakedown. How many are on?
The hot hole right here, and the one with the little green handle right here.
Far out. I
both,
love that thing.
both of the Cannabis Hardware Bliss is on.
Full view of the computer and your.
Yeah,
That's a weird view there, but all right.
I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
I felt like I was hanging off the end of the bed. You know what I mean? Because I saw how we got there. You know, you're like your head's falling.
I put one outside too, so you can look out my window, or I can look out my window.
Love
This
that.
is the coyote cam. Like I'll look out the window at night, and there'll be like coyotes just like walking up and down the street. It's crazy,
dude. Have you seen those videos like on Instagram of people with their pets with the cameras on them and they're watching what they're doing all day? Have you seen those videos?
Yeah.
So one of my kids has got a cat like that showing up their house, like just kind of hanging out. I'm like, dude, I don't dig that at all, man. Like, I'm not into just like that camera outside my house all day long. Like, that's kind of, I mean, I think it's kind of cute to see what your cat's up to, but if your cat is like stalking people all day, that's freaky.
Or killing birds and bringing birds inside.
That too. That'd be great, man. All right, I got this bowl packed with some snow till. You ready?
You've been waiting 20 minutes. I think you waited long enough.
Thank you.
So,
Let's hit it.
Pie scream time. Let's do it.
Scream this.
With the Ace. Use code Troy and Jerry at Vapvana. Fuck.
Oh, that was so good. This flower tastes divine. Oh.
Ooh. Who put the bop in the bop, the bop, the bop? Shame a damn.
Oh, that was great, Troy. Oh, thanks, Joe. Oh, that was so good.
Grape terp overload. Sheesh.
Wow.
My fucking gosh. Oh my God, Jerry.
Wow, Troy.
That's the California State California State Fair gold medal winner. Pie Scream by Snow Toe. Wow.
I feel that everywhere, man. That is great.
Yeah. I feel like every single nerve ending from all over my body multiplied, went into my eyes, my eyebrows, my cheekbones, my lips, my nostrils, and then they all like tandemly, they all lit up, and just like it's like being in the electric chair, but like with like terp attack, like the terps is like flow through my body.
Terp attack flow through the body.
Yeah, man.
That's some crazy shit. That's Snowtail talking there, man. That's the Snowtail talking.
It's really amazing. Like this is like the diversity of terps and the effect from that is just so much different, so much better than the regular shit that I would get at the dispensary, to be honest. Like all of that shit that I got at the dispensary on my last trip is just low end mids compared to this.
Bro, I haven't felt like this all week since the last time we hit this shit. Like, I save it for Fridays and it makes them special. Damn.
I feel that. You want to make somebody else feel special?
Yeah. What are we doing, man? Are we gonna give something away here, man? Can you show us what we're giving away?
What do we have? A little giveaway creepy song that we can play?
Oh, I mean, hang on.
Yeah, Jerry.
Troy, I love you. And I love everyone watching today. I just want to give it away.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Give it away.
Give it away, give it away now.
Put your
That is-
boners away, everybody.
Some good shit right there, man. I love it.
Thank you, thank you. This is the Cannabis Hardware Nova. Yeah.
Man, the predecessor to the Moab, and oh my God, so Bali. That is beautiful, Troy.
Dude, this is a great little unit. It's a compact design with 4 of the full wells that will hold your ball vapes, like the Terp Hammer or the Mercury or the Venus or all of the other ones, or 25 mil quartz banger, which is conveniently stored in the couch. No, I'm just kidding. 25 mil axial coil. It's got the heat guard under there, so it doesn't burn your table up. Yeah, so we're giving this away, and we're giving away. I think Cannabis Hardware is contributing a vape head as well. So you're not just getting this; you're getting a head.
Yeah, in a bowl. Head in a bowl.
Head in the bowl.
Head in the bowl, baby. In the bowl.
And to be fair, it's all coming from Cannabis Hardware. It's all coming from Cannabis Hardware. It's all contributed from Cannabis Hardware. So thank you, Cannabis Hardware. You can use code Troy and Jerry at Cannabis Hardware as well. Save yourself 5% on all their amazing Moab and Zenleaf products. And then we do have like a drum roll for the winner.
No, we're not doing it that way. That was yeah, I appreciate that. Cannabis Hardware. I am baked. Cannabis Hardware. Appreciate the giveaway, man. That's a sweet unit. So we're really stoked. You guys, it was a fun giveaway, man. This giveaway was about going to the Troy and Jerry website and finding the blog post for the giveaway and putting down a significant comment. And I'm going to show some of them today. This is the first one. The last one I pull up is the winner. I think that's the way it should work. Don't hold me to that. I know who the winner is. But anyhow, I want to read some of these comments because we appreciate all you guys entering and all that stuff and all that you wrote in. Zebediah says, shout out to Cannabis Hardware for making the flower pot. V-Rod, been an absolute beast for the last 4 years. And he has a question, been thinking about getting an electric grinder for my weed, but is that a mistake? Hand grinding is becoming a pain in my hands. Thoughts? I can tell you now, and Troy, I'll just say this real quick, and then if you've got some thoughts on it. I have some electric grinders, and they're easy, but the grind is never something that I'm after. If you're picky about your grind, I haven't found an electric grinder yet that does it. If you're not picky about the grind, you just want to, cut it up and you don't mind if it's got dusty, choppy, chunky, then go for it. And you can get some pretty decent ones on Amazon for cheap. So that, and I wouldn't spend more than that. I will say that this Old Mate here is easy enough to spin to where it doesn't bother me. Like grinding this thing is not hard to do. So when I look out at all the grinders, this is the easiest one to use. And my hands are starting to hurt now, not from this. The only time it gets me is the magnets are hard, but the grinding is easy. So,
yeah, Whack It and the Cactus Cutter, I think is what it's called. Yeah, look them up.
Those good electric ones, bud?
Not really. I mean, I can't speak for the second one. The Whack It uses like a little ball and chain to bust your nugs up. And if you overdo it, it's like a slap chop thing with a battery and a ball chain whip. So it's gonna beat the fuck out of your fucking nugs, dude. And then your nugs are just gonna explode and drop their shit everywhere. But if you just do a couple of pulses, not a couple of pulses. Sorry about that. If you just do a couple of pulses, whoop, whoop, with the grinder, it'll just bust your nugs up a couple times. So
wow,
you can use the Whack It. The Whack It, and that's the motion. You're using the Whack It. That's the motion too. Hilarious.
You guys are gonna remember this grinder. I can guarantee that. So, fucking A, man. What was that grinder? The Whack It, of course.
All right.
Crash Line says this thing looks great. I'd love to try one of those things. He says, how does it compare to the Dab Ready?
Ooh.
Cannabis Hardware, do what we do. American way.
There you go. Cannabis Hardware is made in America, made out of metal. They make their shit. They buy metal stock, and then they make all of their devices. The dab ready designed, and then he has it made, and he has the parts, and then he assembles it. So it's a little bit different. Brian's not like a machine shop, so Brian's using plastic and stuff like that rather than heavy metal. They function the same. Like they're like there's no way to say like one hot hole outperforms the other. Maybe some of these armored coils, but I don't really feel any performance difference. Like they're all hot coils. Like even if you DIY it, that's going to perform the same. Just a matter of what you want it to look like on your desk and how much time and commitment you're willing to put into making like worthy shit, you know?
Yeah, Troy, well said, man. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I won't even reiterate it. I will say that I had them all on my dining table a couple weeks ago, and I had a couple people over, and I was asking them what they thought. And my dab ready, Troy, what's it called that I have? The big wide base that holds
Command
everything?
station?
Command station. There you go. So I have the dab ready command station down there, and next to the Moab and all these other, a couple others, the Alter and one or two more. And he said something that I thought was pretty good. He said the dab ready is the one that looks like it's the most complete as far as it has everything you need right there for anything, whether you want to dab or flower or clean your screen or debowl your shit or whatever, it's all right there. And he thought that was pretty impressive. And I thought, you're right. I mean, all these things hold some stuff, but you know, Brian, nobody uses his products more than Brian. And he flat out fucking got that thing because it does what he wanted it to do. So he thought that was the most complete for somebody who wanted to be able to do anything.
Yeah, he's not wrong. Like Brian is a great designer in that front. Like he knows what he's doing, and he's a legit vaporist. He's one of us, you know.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times we don't give enough credit to the real innovators in this industry, the people that actually consume cannabis. There are brands out there that are copying this innovation that don't even consume.
Yep.
You know, they're just like sitting behind a computer, like, oh, here's something I can make money on. You know, copy.
And I'll say I'm not down on anybody who gets any of them. I mean, the things that come later, they're usually more affordable and probably not as good, but they're more affordable. But and so I understand the draw to those, but we got to make sure that you know, like Troy said, the innovators, the guys who are making this shit up, we got to support them. You know what I mean? And make sure that they can stick around. You know, because I've seen some of these things get ripped off so quickly that they couldn't make any money off of it all, and then like they'll go out of business. You know what I mean? Like that can happen. So anyhow, we dig Brian, man. Brian, appreciate it. You crushed this shit, bro.
Indeed, Cannabis Hardware too. Like they're one of us. Dude,
I absolutely love this Moab, man. Like that's. Of all these stations, I'm just drawn to that one the most, man. It's crazy. So I don't have the Nova, but here you go. Tom says, older participant here, finally got around to adding a wired ball vape to my routine and blown away. Should I even consider cordless at this point? What do you think, Troy? As he coughs. Sorry, bro. Poor timing on my part.
No, that was me. That was on me. I hear that a lot. It's a common question, and it's a good one. I'm torn on it. Like when I'm hitting the ace, or the screwball, as I've been calling it, the ace, I don't feel the need to go back to a corded vape. But then like when I test the pinch hitter and then I compare the pinch hitter to the screwball, and then I have a corded screwball set up and I hit the corded screwball, it rips my face off in a little bit more of a way. You know, it's almost like it's hard to describe, because like in a cordless vape, you're losing the top half of the performance band in the first hit, like and then like the first 30 seconds, and that power loss changes in a cordless vape. That's the difference. Like when you start hitting a cordless vape versus when you start hitting like the corded version of that same vape. You know, the corded version doesn't lose as much power. It has a stronger spine. So if you're hitting big, if you're taking like massive hits all the time and you want like the most oomph, stick to the cord. Honestly, you may be disappointed in a cordless vape.
I have no notes, Troy. That was perfect. Thanks. Next. Richard says, how much does this unit weigh, man? Was this this Zero Grimson? How much does it weigh? Was it used to sink Jimmy Hoffa instead of concrete? Will it cause my desk to bow? Does it fit in a sock and have enough aerodynamics for swinging?
So it could fit in a sock, but it's probably going to ruin the sock. You can probably swing it once, but it's borderline too heavy to be used like that. If you're going to go that route, you're going to need probably like a triple layer of pillowcases instead of socks. I recommend. It's pretty heavy. It's beefy. Like if I threw this at somebody, it would kill them if you hit them in the head. Like if this thing is a blunt force trauma weapon waiting to happen for sure. Yeah. And with all the little crevices and shit on there, dude, yeah, you're gonna have to clean the fuck out of that because the police will be able to use the chemicals and they'll find the trace blood on there. And yeah, that's the Moab is a better one to use as a murder weapon because it has less crevices, more, so I guess less surface area.
True. Mm-hmm. But Zero's on it. He was gonna put it in the sock first before we bludgeoned him. So
sure.
That was gonna
okay.
Work.
Okay.
I like that. We're done with questions. Here's just some real quick comments that obviously they were putting real work into it. So I appreciate that. That's what we wanted. Wally says, hey, Troy and Jerry, I just want to reach out and let you know how much I love your show. It's honestly one of the highlights of my week. Dude, that's awesome.
Thanks, Wally.
The way you guys keep it real, dive into different topics and make it all so relatable is something I really appreciate. It's like hanging out with good friends. That's how I feel too.
Aww.
On top of that, I got to say, nothing pairs better with your show than some good cannabis. Amen, Snow-Till. There's something about the way your conversations flow that makes the experience even more enjoyable, and I've become a bit of a ritual for me, relaxing with your latest episode and vibing. Thanks for the laughs, insights, and good times, and keep doing it. Appreciate that, Wally, man. Thanks. You guys, Troy, there's some more of these that are really encouraging, and I just really appreciate it. I wanted to pull them up here.
Let me read one.
Yeah, you get this one.
Give me a larger print, though. Son of a bitch. Gonna move my monitor around, put my old man glasses on. From Steve Blimbaum. I love the show. I found myself in NorCal in June and searched out Snow-Till's Pie Scream. Oh my God, Steve, congrats. All based on the fact that when they first reviewed the strain, maybe 8 months ago, a longtime viewer, I had never seen these guys' eyes close up before. I remember that. It lived up to its rep, and I have returned this week to the East Coast with a full eighth. Oh man, congrats on that. Today I ordered a screwball and some Planet of the Vapes glass, but the truth is I suspect that the Cannabis Hardware ball of vapes would deliver the best results. If I were to win the lottery, I would buy a haze pipe. Anyway, thanks guys for your weekly reviews and the laughs and knowledge you provide. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the big ass comment. And dude, trying that Pie Scream, congrats on that. That's a big win. Like that I cannot emphasize how good that shit is. Holy Christ.
I mean, you basically did what he's doing, the same thing. Pie Scream through a screwball. So yeah, man, we're on the right page, man. Good stuff, Steve. I think I got another one here. Read another one here, Troy. This is bigger print for you.
Sure. Just wanted to say I found out about Cannabis Hardware through Troy and Jerry, and the combination of all involved has caused a dramatic change for the good in my life. Thank you, Cannabis Hardware. Thank you to Troy and Jerry, and a big thanks to the whole community who have reached out to more than once with problems and have been met with nothing but love. Oh yeah, dude. People in the community are so helpful. Like, people post up a problem in the Discord and there's like 2 or 3 people there with relevant experience, know-how, and the compassion and empathy to freaking help strangers on the net about a topic that they love. It's a beautiful thing.
Right. I love the community we have here, man. Great peeps. It's fun the few times we got to meet some of them too. So we got to do that some more.
We got to do some more meetups for sure.
We got to do some meetups, man. All right, hang on. I'm going to pack this ball and then switch the Switch the comment. Get ready.
We're ready.
Where are we? Right here. Okay. This is a big one for you. Go for it.
Hey guys, I want to see you drink Reclaim again. That was funny. This is my comment to enter the giveaway. I'm
Dude,
sure Jerry will drink Reclaim again.
No, that made me laugh because here's the deal, Troy. I do know that I got completely blazed off that shit. Like that was as high. I don't think I've ever been that high, or if I have, it's been a long time. So it worked, right? But the only thing I remember, bro, is the fucking nasty taste and the wax on my lips and the big wax goober in my beard. And I'm just like, I don't want to do that ever again. Like there are better ways to get fucked up than to do that.
Damn.
Oh my gosh, crazy. All right, let's see here. Hey, you want to do one more?
Sure. This one's from Ritjard Soto. Started out vaping at the start of the year, and your videos have been the greatest help on knowing what real stoners think about new hardware coming up with 100% no bullshit. Just what it is and what it isn't. You guys got me excited for this kit, and if I don't win, it's probably going to be my next purchase. Hell yeah. Appreciate that, Richard. Yeah, I don't know, when I started making content, Jerry, it was very, very obvious who the bullshit creators were, like the people that were reviewing vapes and peeling off the plastic as they review a vape and then talk about how amazing it is. Like it was painfully obvious that the space needed somebody to just like come in and just be like present the real experience. Like here's the real experience. Here's the real life. Here's how it works. Here's the real shit. Like no bullshit. Separate the opinion from the objective. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. I don't know. Ready to hit that shit? Next comment.
Yeah, let's do it. Ready? Hang on. Okay, go ahead. Read that one.
Howdy, Troy and Jerry. Just wanted to say thanks for all the good times and high vibes. Watching you guys on YouTube, especially with the craziness of the last couple of years, has been time well enjoyed. You guys are the reason I use a Dynavap, Sticky Brick, and even a Pinky. Don't know where I'd be without you guys. So thank you. Keep on keeping on. Thanks, Cole. That's awesome.
Cole brought up the Pinky, man. I love it. The Pinky. That fired me up when he said Pinky. I was like, we gotta check that one out, man. So, all right, let's see here. We can't have too many more of these. All right, I'll read this one.
Okay.
This would be an amazing upgrade to my Woodwind and M Plus I've been using. I made the move to vaping based on y'all's suggestions and recommendations, but also the health benefits I've had have been amazing. Also, right on, man. That's what we'd like to hear. This setup is on the wish list for sure, and like I said, the best upgrade to my current setup. Thanks for the Fridays and info you share on all forums. Appreciate that, Kyle. And appreciate you leaving the comment. You're going to appreciate leaving the comment because you're the winner.
Whoa, congrats, Kyle.
Kyle Lee won the this Nova. This is fucking beautiful. Kyle Lee, congrats, man. Listen, all you got to do is sit tight. We are going to email you and get your info, and you're going to get let me stop this and get you showing off. You're gonna get this beautiful Nova, bro. That's coming in the mail along with one of these wireless heads and a bowl from Cannabis Hardware. Congrats, dude. Congrats.
Yeah, man. Congrats. You got yourself a really nice blunt force murder weapon or a hot hole, like a coil housing, a stationary coil housing.
I like how you said it's a weapon or a vape.
Or you can use it to vape your marijuanas.
Yes. Like we're about to do. You ready to hit a bowl in honor of Kyle Lee winning this fucker?
Yeah, we'll hit a bowl in honor of Kyle. Thanks again, Cannabis Hardware, for contributing all of these hardwares.
Yeah.
Go Troy and Jerry. Save yourself 5% at Cannabis Hardware.
That's right.
All right. Ready?
Yeah, I hope so. Mine wasn't seating properly, but let's see how it does.
It wasn't seating
I
properly.
didn't have it all the way in. It just kind of was sitting on top. Shit. Yeah, it makes a difference. I got to put it in for. Oh, that taste though. Oof. Hell yeah. Love that. Kyle, if you're here, say something. Oh, man.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just chilling with those terps right now. I'm gonna let my head heat up. It needed to heat up. It wasn't hot, so damn it.
I'm sorry about that. I'm on a spaceship right now. To Mars.
To Mars, baby.
I'm so glad we pulled Pice Cream. I'm so glad that was the one that's like the quantum universe connected for tonight. Yeah.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It's my favorite. It's my favorite of all. It's just so good. Like in taste, like I love the taste of it. But then the effects are also kind of universal in a way where I can apply them to whatever I want. Like if I want to wind down and go fucking chill on the couch, Pice Cream, perfect. If I want to like go clean the garage, Pice Cream, yeah, man. Like it's perfect. Like I can do it with Pice Cream. I can do anything with Pice Cream, Jerry.
You scream, I scream. We all go scream for Pice Cream, baby. That's hilarious, Troy. I love it. Let's see if mine's hot now, man.
Earlier, I vaped that styrofoam cup, which I probably shouldn't have done for a Friday afternoon, but I took a few hours, like when I was compiling the news and getting everything ready. I took a few hours. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna vape some bowls by myself, listen to some music, listen to some George Thorogood today for my pre-sesh.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good little pre-sesh. I don't know what I was talking about now. Oh, but I vaped that styrofoam cup, and wow, I remember that being like a brain fucker when we had that before. Like I saved that nug for what, 6 months now, 7 months.
That's a long time. I was surprised you still had some, man.
It was just one, and I saved it for my wife.
That's right. She didn't want it.
Well, I kept offering it to her, like she would run out of gummies. She's like, "Oh, I'm all out of gummies." I'm like, "Oh, I'm like, you want to vape?" I'm like, I got the perfect nug for you. Like I've been
Knock her ass
saving this
out.
nug. It tastes like a piece of styrofoam. It's just like a weird neutral taste, so it's really mild, and it will knock your fuck out. Like you'll be sleeping, and you won't have any worries. Like it's not like a weird, like you fall asleep and have weird dreams. Like no, it's just like it wipes your mind, and then you're just like derp. Like I almost peed my pants earlier. Like the show's getting ready to start. Like you were rebooting your internet for the second time, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta pee. How'd that happen? It's because the styrofoam cup, dude, just like put me in a coma.
Stuck it to you.
Stuck it to me. I like it. It aged well. Oh yeah, so I was telling like I offered it to my wife so many times. Like so many times. Like more than 10. I was getting to the point where I was like, I'm probably getting annoying at this point, you know? Like I feel like I'm annoying where I keep offering her and she keeps saying no. So like, you know what? No more invites. I'm gonna vape that fucking styrofoam nug that I've been saving for you for 6 months, my love.
That's what you did, brother.
And it was
funny.
great. I had
Was it still green?
three full bowls of it. Like the first one hit, and I rode it for like 45 minutes, and then I'm like, yeah, I'll do the second 2 right now. And it was perfect. It was a perfect afternoon.
Oh man, that shit was, dude. I remember when we hit that.
Oh,
we were on that shit, and at one point I was just like, bro, I'm done. Like, can we go lay down on the couch or something? we were like, yeah, okay, let's shut down.
Yeah, it was too. Like it was like my brain is done. Like no matter how hard you punch it or squeeze it, it's not going to put out any more words or thoughts. That was the strain. That's what I vaped this afternoon.
Well, dude, it's almost an hour in. Let's get to the topic.
Yeah. So we've been having some discussions about the evolution of vapes, like the way ball vapes have changed the space and the current shape of a ball vape. Like this, oddly, Jerry, which is to me feels pretty unfamiliar in terms of a vaporizer. While sharing cordless ball vapes with people who have been smoking weed for a long time, they're apparently familiar with some sort of format like this, calling it like a weed iron. Like there used to be like these weed iron devices that you would heat with a torch, and then it would go over the bowl and smoke or vape your weed. I don't know shit about it, but I find it funny because like we've been using ball vapes as our like semantic separator. It's been our category for all of these types of devices that are media filled. And right now that whole market is this style. It's either cordless or corded onto a bong. There's only like 2 vapes out there that are desktop vapes that use like a whip that aren't going directly to a bong. And there's a couple portables out there. I feel like some of the market doesn't have a category to grow into, like the Toucan, the Tempest, what's the other one, the Stunner, little torch powered ball vapes. There's where are they? Like, yeah, they're ball vapes, but they don't fit in this. Like somebody's like, oh, I'm ready to buy a ball vape. That there's ball vapes now that aren't in this category. You know, it's kind of a dilemma. It's kind of a, at least as a content creator, and I'm like trying to organize content on my website, it's a dilemma. But you know, when talking about vapes, there's new challenges created by all of this new potential power, because there's like traditional vapes, and then there's like new heavy hitting vapes.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, man. You know, I've got the herborizer heated up right here now as my traditional heavy hitter, and then of course, you know, I have the Venus over here for my ball vape, and they are very different, you know. And I remember a time when the herborizer was the hardest hitting vape I have in my collection. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't just the tastiest; it was like the smackinest, and that was before all these ball vapes. But I've heard people say ball vape and just kind of mean like they're not sure what it means. Like they don't even know the tech behind it. They just heard people say ball vapes like that's what I need to get now. You know what I mean? And so then they're like, what do I do? And you've got a great resource on it on 420 Vape Zone that I called out to somebody who was asking me the other day. I said, if you really want to take a deep dive, there's your spot right there. There's your pool. So, but they've been out for a while and they're getting pretty refined. The evolution has been fun to watch, but for me, it was never like I didn't see it as something that I thought was going to be in game in a manufactured vape, because I didn't see it as being a consistent heat exchanger. You know, things can break. You can get the wrong number of balls, different size. There's all these things you can do that, from a manufacturing standpoint, fucks with how they want to control your experience. You know what I mean? Like we're trying to get you from point A to B and be specific, and they don't want to have that kind of variance or variable or something you can fuck with in the system, and then it doesn't perform the way they want. So for me, I was always trying to think of them as like I always said, and I hated this term because what I was thinking of at the time was like high calorie. I was like, I think of it as a high calorie heater, and you heard me say that a couple of years ago, and I was like that, but it's a dumb name. We need a better name. But for me, it basically meant any vape that created a dense heat. For me, it's like a dense heat vaporizer. And those are the most common terms I've come up to kind of put with it. And so these ball vapes here, they do dense heat. They had handles and all that stuff, and now they're smaller. But for me, the reason I was calling them that is I'd found one or two before any ball vapes. The first high calorie heat vape I ever hit was the Supreme. And that thing, flat out, I'd never felt anything like it. Like, I'd hit all these other vapes all the time, but that Supreme was different, man. Like, Troy, I'll just tell the Cliff Notes version, but that night that I hit the Supreme for the first time really hard, I just know at one point I looked down and I didn't have my pants on, and I didn't know how that happened. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck happened. My pants are off, and I don't know when they came off, and I hope it was up here, not downstairs. It was just weird, man. So, yeah, that vape fucked me up. It scared me, and I haven't used it many times since. These ball vapes do the same shit, bro. They whack it. They whack it. They bring the heat. They bring the heat. And
What's remarkable is they extract quickly with like an open airflow, because like all of the traditional vapes have been like either a slow airflow, you know, like a really tight, like the Supreme.
very tight.
Like,
one of the most.
You guys, it's so fucking tight. Like it made my teeth hurt. Like I'm pretty sure when I had the Supreme, there was blood in my mouth. Like I made my gums bleed. I was sucking so fucking hard on that thing. But these new ones, they don't have that restriction. And the vapes of yesteryear, any vape of yesteryear that was open and powerful was a fucking unicycle. Like the Silver Surfer pre-balls or any of those ceramic rod vapes. Yeah, they were wide open. Yeah, they had tons of power if you could find the line of precision. And it wasn't an easy sweet spot of inhalation. No, you had to like find the little sweet spot where you're pulling off heat from the rod slowly, but enough to vape the weed. And it sucks having an open airflow that you have to breathe slowly through. Like,
Right.
Fuck. Like, if it's open, I want to rip it. If it's open, I want to rip it. So you find yourself cranking those old school vapes up and ripping it, and then you combust, and they just fucking suck. These new ones, they're a completely different experience, man, because they got all that surface area with the media, the balls. It's a whole new level of performance has warranted its own semantic separator. People search for them by name. Like, where's the ball vapes? Like, which ball vape? Like, well, I want a vape with balls in it. Even the screwball doesn't have balls in it. It has gem cut media, but it's still a ball vape. It's still one of us, you know? These vapes warrant their own separator from the people that know what they are and what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But what does that look like to the rest of the world?
I think I try to tie it to the experience. You know what I mean? So that's why I like the high calorie kind of, or the dense heat, or the fast extraction, like you talked about. Those things I think are real good terms to kind of describe what's going on and what you'll experience. And so I think any vape that does that, you could put it in there. Like, I think that the Tiny Mite is absolutely a high calorie, dense heat vape. The P90, or is it P80? Which one is it? I'm getting those fucked up lately. Is it P90? Did I do it right? You know, from Lamart, his vapes are really, they bring the punch. And then the RBT, those things were some of the first portables that I had that really did that kind of that thing where they're putting so much caloric input into the airstream. So there's vapes out there that do the same thing. Like, I mean, I've had people say, hey, should I, like, if they had a Tiny Mite, should they move up to a ball vape? And I'm like, you're getting that experience. That's not I mean, the ball vape will rip, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, as far as the bite, that extra oomph, some of these others, they have that, you know what I mean? So I like to get a bigger category so we can differentiate them, you know what I'm saying? So that people understand, they're all like dense heat, or like you said, fast extracting vapes, and then we can give them their own class, so people know like ball vapes plug in and are as wide open as you can get, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
However we want to describe them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I think we need to be very clear that there are no ball vape alternatives that perform like a ball vape. Like not in the portable space, not
Not
in
yet.
this
I don't think so.
space.
No, I agree with you. I think there's plenty in this. That's why I think we need a broader category so that we can explain it more. You know what I'm saying? So I like your fast extraction. I mean, when I pick up a tiny mite, I'm done with that thing on one hit. It's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? It's pretty open. The RBT stuff was always so wide open. You know, I was always slowing down on that because I could just hurt myself. It was so wide open. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, for sure. And I found myself packing tight just to control the experience a little bit with the RBT stuff.
right. That's right. Yeah, because that's how you could control that.
So you fix the open convection, control the airflow a little bit. I mean, that's why all those Chinese vapes are tight, especially with the ones that are trying to use convection. Like, because if you give it too much airflow, it overpowers the heater immediately, and then there's no convection. So you got to limit the airflow just to get in the convection zone of pulling heat off the heater at the rate that the heat is going into the heater.
Yeah, that restriction is usually there for a reason, to try to, just like you said, make sure you don't overwhelm the heater. And that's what the problem was with vapes like the Silver Surfer, is there was a sweet spot that, like Troy said, there was a lot of headroom, but you'd overwhelm the heater and wouldn't get it, or the air would just run through it instead of getting hot if you hit too hard. So a restriction there would have been helpful. But I grew up on that thing. Like, that was I spent years on that vape. I was in love with that vape for so long. And it kind of trained me to do that, Troy. So now, like, when I get my ball vapes, I don't huff the shit out of them. I just kind of go that fucking Silver Surfer space, man. It's kind of funny. I'm like, motherfucker, I can go faster, but I just slide into it. Just kind of used to it.
Well, ball vapes make the sweet spot of performance really wide. Like, if you were to like graph your inhale, where like a really soft inhale is moving the needle here, and then a really hard inhale is moving the needle way over here. Those old school vapes had like a sweet spot right here where you had to keep the needle in between these two things to make it fucking work. Yeah. Ball vapes are like between here and here. Like, it's like the whole fucking graph. Like, no matter how hard you pull, it does its shit. Yes, there's like a power band where it's like it's gonna work best, like maybe in this range. But if you go up to a ball vape and go, I'm really scared, you're still gonna get fucking vapor. It's fine. I've seen it. I've even said, oh, you're not hitting hard enough to get vapor. Oh, never mind. There it is.
That's what I love about that heat. And like you said, that the fast extraction, it's a quick extraction. So if you don't get to hit it long, it's okay. It extracts so quickly that you'll get something. So I love that.
Thanks for watching, Dave. What's your ball vape of choice out there in the chat?
Hey man, what's up?
I know everybody's got ball vapes in the chat, or pretty much everybody. Is there anybody in the chat without a ball vape?
Yeah, what do you guys think of this whole category thing, as far as like a fast extraction or a dense heat kind of a category? What do you guys reach for when you want something like that? I know you guys in the chat know what the experience is like. What do you grab? You got a terp slipper.
Little people without ball vapes,
right? What do they go for? TKO, got the Mercury,
too powerful. Yeah, I get that.
Screwballs.
I think that's a reality we need to face as well, Jerry. Like, ball vapes may be too powerful for a lot of both vaporists and smokers.
Yeah, I'm gonna say even too powerful, and maybe even too fast. Because the next bowling hit's gonna be on this herborizer, and I'll tell you, I really miss the sessions. Like, I still reach for the ball vape most of the time, because I'm most of the time just want to grab that thing and go. But my most memorable dances with the plant are when I slow down and take 4 or 5 hits and let the flavors gently unfold. And the first hit isn't super big. It's mostly terpy with a little bit of cloud. And then there's 2 master hits after that. and then maybe a cleanup beyond that if you want. And that's my favorite type of session with something like this herborizer, because the tastes are so different, but so prominent. And when I get a ball vape, I blow through the whole thing in one hit, and the taste is completely different than what I'll experience over a slow unfold. And it feels kind of truncated. You know what I mean? Like there's stuff in the bottom that's missing or something. I'm not sure. So I just like to slow it down sometimes. And that goes back to the older vapes, and there's nothing wrong with those vapes. They're different. They're session vapes. And I am starting to find myself more attracted to them, at least philosophically, because it allows you to really slow yourself down. I mean, we usually come to this to relax, and I'm trying to rush through it.
Yeah, it's funny. I took a break today and sharpened my pocket knife. I've been complaining about my pocket knife being so fucking dull that I can't even open cardboard boxes. I've been complaining about it for years. So today I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sharpen my knife. I'm gonna put on Forged in Fire on Netflix and sit in front of the TV and sharpen my pocket knife. And the whole idea, Jerry, was to like count the strokes, focus on the blade, relax. It'll be meditative,
Right.
but fucking 15 minutes in, I find myself going real fucking fast, and then I slip, and then I grind the tip of the knife on the side of the stone and fuck up all the work that I just did, and then I gotta start all over. And yeah, but 50 minutes later, I got it, so I can shave. It shaves no problem now.
Right on.
But the tip is still kind of fucking broken. I broke the tip of my pocket knife off doing something that I'm not supposed to do with the pocket knife.
Supposed to be meditative, and instead you're ripping it apart. I hear you, man. Yeah. So anyhow, I kind of miss those. And don't get me wrong, I love getting down to business and getting in and out. Like, I mean, usually when I approach the vape station, I just want to come in and get a big smack and walk back out. And that's what the ball vapes do, and that's why I use them more often than not. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's like going in and smoking a bowl really quick. It has that same effect, as far as strength. It's actually even quicker. You know what I mean? So it's fucking great.
Yeah. I mean, I prefer, typically, I mean, I guess it depends on the setting. Like if I'm vaping my cannabis for myself, like if I'm vaping to medicate or to get high, whichever my goal is for that session. If it's by myself, like if I'm coming in here and like, all right, time to get to an 8, so I can do my thing. I want it quick. I don't want to sit down and have 5 or 6 inhales or whatever. I'd rather have, a couple, just 1 or 2, even just 1 is really enough.
Right.
But since the bowl experience with ball vapes tends to work out for me, where like I get 2 hits per bowl. Like I take either 1 small one, 1 big one, or 1 big one and 1 half one, and then that bowl is crushed. So like 2 is kind of nice, and two is also a little bit of a variety, because I know like if you go into a session, like if you have a session with a bowl, you can really focus on all the flavors and the way the flavor evolves from the start of the session to the end of the session, especially if you temp step. Like you start at those low temps and then you have 10 hits, and you're gradually increasing the temperature, or even if you're not, that bowl evolves in a longer session. Those terpenes change from beginning to end. You taste a bigger variety of terpenes from that same bowl in a longer sesh than you would in like a fast extraction hit. But
Agreed.
The intensity of the fast extraction hit is what I'm usually going for.
I'm with you. It comes with tolerance, It's sort of like you know, you can smoke a little bit and smoke a lot, and then you start doing dabs and that kind of stuff. It's the same here. You vape a little bit, you start to vape a lot, you'll kind of move on to dabs as well. But or you can move on to ball vapes because they're like flower dabs. And so I look at it as like it's the logical conclusion of where we've been driving for the last 8 years as far as trying to get vapes to be legit. I mean, there was a time when portable vapes were just ridiculously weak, and um, desktops, like you said, even with something that was even top of the class, like a Silver Surfer, there was technique in your draw, and you know, to finally get to a point where you can abandon your technique and you still get a fantastic hit is pretty impressive. And now we're starting to finally get into the, you know, the user interface as far as, you know, handling, you know, how's the handle going to feel and how big is it going to be and how much is it going to weigh. And now we got these docking stations that are just fucking gorgeous. And, you know, it's really evolving into something that is a legitimate fucking product. And kind of doing it pretty quickly too. Like it's only been probably 3 or 4 years, Troy, since I mean, when did the Terp Torch or you know something like that come out? That was one of the first legit, like serious. I want to be a ball vape type things.
Yo, I mean, I got the full history on my website. I've been documenting it because,
You have,
for one, I know how quickly things can be rewritten. You know, there's a saying that says history is written by the victor. You know,
Yeah.
whoever wins writes the history on this. And I feel like if someone like me doesn't come along and at least document who's been doing what, it's gonna get lost because somebody's gonna hit it big. You know, like Dope as Yola or somebody is gonna do a collab with one of these companies and put out like a ball vape and immediately have an audience of 1 million or 2 million young smokers that will all immediately convert to that, and then that vape will be forever stamped as that was the first fucking vape that ever really worked. That's how it's going to happen unless we come along and write this shit down somewhere and say, look, I promise you, I've seen
That's
it.
a good point, man. Yeah, well, we saw it with the peak. You know what I mean? So, like you just said, like I don't even remember what was before the peak, but there was. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I've kind of studied the history, and I really think like the G43 is kind of the one that really started it all. I mean, we give credit to the Glass Symphony as the first ball vape, but in reading like how that vape was created, it really felt like it was like the glass beads were like filling it for purity, like maximizing the, like, I don't know, it just didn't seem like it was an understood mission. I don't even know if Vape Critic understood like really what was happening.
but I think like he made that glass. Okay, so you have a point here. Okay, because that was on fuck combustion at the time. I remember well the Glass Symphony. The point of that was to have an 100% all glass air
All
bath. That
glass,
was the
yeah.
point. We are going for glass and purity, just like you said, a purity thing. And he ended up creating this, you know, dense heat, fast extracting vape by consequence. You know what I mean? It wasn't like intention, and so that kind of got discovered as a lot of things do. And I think that's why it inspired Bud because it was doing something new and he
Doing
knew
something
it.
that other vapes couldn't, yeah.
Right. And it wasn't designed for that. So he saw that, hey, you could do the same thing a whole lot smaller.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
And that was still until these little wireless ones, that was still kind of the smallest ball vape I can think of. You know what I mean? To this day.
Yeah. It's really interesting to me how that whole ball vape scene blossomed. Like it went from like a PID powered contraption to a battery powered thing, and it remained a battery powered ball vape era for a couple years. Like the G43 was the only ball vape there was.
Right.
For real. And the mods that came were all inspired by the lack of G43s. You
Right.
know, the Vape Critic was only making like 3 per month or whatever, and people were like, "Yo, like I really want to try that vapor." You're like, you're blowing those clouds, and everybody's going, "Oh, it's so smooth, it's so open, and it's such thick vape." Everybody's fucking drooling over it. They need the ball vapes. So we started like just putting balls in whatever we could, you know?
Slapping a 43 on it, SSB 43.
Yeah. And shit, that was a life changer for me right there.
Still one of the monster hitters. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like yours in particular, because they were all a little bit different, and you had that motherfucker tweaked.
Yeah, I rebuilt mine and tuned it and tweaked it like some fucking crackhead trying to build a monster. And it is. My SSV 43 is it's a monster. It's got that giant tubing for the whip. So it goes on the outside instead of the inside, so there's no airflow loss.
Dude, you were driven, man. You had like focus and goal and purpose, and you saw a point to hit. You know what I mean? It's awesome.
Bro, I was so scientific with that thing. I had it plugged into a surge protector when I was tuning it, and that way I never had to touch the dial. Like I would turn it off with my foot switch on the surge protector, wait for it to cool down, take the screen out, and I was taking balls, putting balls in, taking balls out like 1 or 2 at a time. Like that's how fine tuned that thing really was.
Wow, that's crazy. That's insane. That's insane, bro. 1 or 2 balls at a time.
Yeah, man.
And then you started getting into sizes and then materials and all kinds of crazy shit. And we're still dicking around with stuff, which is cool, even though there's some things that are kind of like standards. But no, that's awesome, man. Like when I talk with at Planet of the Vapes, when we talk about, you know, the possibilities with ball vapes, you know, or high calorie heaters, the thinking is always a different kind of heater that does that. You know what I mean? Like I really think that's going to happen someday, and I'm excited to see what that looks like. You know what I mean? So, because the possibility there, that really does change things. Now you're not married to balls. You know what I mean? Now you can do whatever the fuck if you can figure out how to make it work as well. So, now that I feel like these ball vapes have set the target, if that makes sense. And there's a lot of ways to hit that target, but ball vapes are one of the easiest and most cost efficient ways to do it, and anybody can do it, and you can scale it. You don't have to you can just make one if you want. You know, you can make 1,000. It doesn't cost you a whole lot to make 1 or 20 or whatever. So that's why you see it in the enthusiast space so prolifically. Is it's perfect for enthusiasts, really.
Mm-hmm.
We want to fuck around. It's fucking perfect. So anyhow, but the old school vapes, bro, like what are some of the old school vapes you would reach for? Like for me, I'm gonna grab the herborizer probably every fucking time. But what would you reach for when you don't want a ball vape?
The Venti Solo 3, Vatman.
Portables, all portables. Okay. No desktops. That you don't have any desktops that you want that aren't ball vapes.
Hear me out here.
I will. I'm gonna pack my herborizer while I listen to you. There we go. High screen to the herborizer.
Pre-ball vapes. I was always a portable preference bitch.
Oh, okay.
I really was. And I found myself kind of like not in the same situation where Bud was, where he was like just disappointed in this industry and feeling like bored. I found that like I wasn't getting, even with portables, I when I hit a bong, I wasn't getting the hit that I wanted to get out of a bong. You know, so like let's say it's 2016, 2017 or whatever. Rocking the Mighty. The Mighty's the best portable there is.
Okay.
And I rock it on the bong. Sometimes if I want to get spicy, I'll pull out like one of those Lamart devices. you know, like the Tetra P80 or the Tetra Duo. What was the Tubo Evic? Probably the Tubo Evic.
Right on.
Get a spicy bowl going. Those were the only vapes, like those were the only vapes that could really do a good job on a bong. Like even the Dynavap was a good bong hitter back then. There weren't great vapes for the bong, and the desktop vapes of that era, like the Volcano, the Titanium, you know, the Herborizer, I didn't have the Herborizer until all vapes came out, so kind of tough to judge that one. None of those vapes were satisfying on a bong. In fact, portables were better on a bong than all of the desktops. So yeah, for me, I grew up on portables and desktops weren't relevant until balls.
I love that, bro. Because I come from the complete opposite perspective. Like, I started with a desktop, stayed with desktops, and all I wanted was a portable that would work like a desktop, and I never found it. And even though now I have a few that I think are in the ballpark, you know, and that I like to reach for, it's probably 3 or 4 that I think are worthy. I still use desktops all day long because I vape at home and I've got lots of plugs and lots of vapes, and I just love them. And I think that they hit way harder. I've got all like, I mean, I was, you know, the fucking Vape Exhale, that motherfucker. That was my
Evo.
first. That was my first one. The Cloud, yeah, the Cloud Evo. That was my first through water vape experience. I was like, what? And then I started running everything through water, and I put all my desktops through water. And with the exception of a few, I really enjoyed it, and I never found a portable that I thought was worthy. So it's funny that you and I come from different perspectives and see it totally differently that way. Because I've noticed that when people come into the industry, or I'm sorry, when people get a vaporizer and they start really adding vaporizers to their collection, and they're like looking for something, what they're looking for is usually directed by where they started and where they've come from. You know what I mean? And it's totally like that. So it's funny that I see that with you and I as well.
And you know, I think a lot of that finding that journey, you know, like of figuring out how you want to consume, where you want to consume, what your methods and speeds and attentions are. It's not always easy to figure out without trying, you know.
Yep.
It's like you don't know if you're gonna like bowling until you do it.
Yeah, true.
And then sometimes you don't know if you're gonna like bowling until you do it long enough to get good at it.
That's hard.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, bowling, you picked a good one for that analogy.
Right? I mean, with like if somebody was coming into this like buying their first vape, and or like let's say they know they want to vape, like that's usually the first rule, the first step. Like they know they want to use a vape.
Yes.
They're not some skeptical smoker, right?
Yeah. One brings in another, they know they want to do it.
Yeah, like I know it's healthier. I know my weed's gonna go better. I know the benefits.
Right.
But like usually the first question I ask them is like, where are you going to vape your weed?
Mm.
Is it in your living room? Is it in your car? Is it when you step outside at work? You know, like, or is it all of the above? And I think that's where people get kind of torn. Like, fuck, I do want to be able to vape, you know, at work. I want something that can do everything. And ball vape is not something that can do everything. These ball vapes are kind of unitaskers. Like you need a desktop space dedicated to hold something that's hot. You need to be dedicated enough to have something hot on your desk and not be a total fucking moron and burn yourself or burn your shit down with it. You know, you gotta be aware and mindful enough to not put the hot ball vape next to the curtains that blow around from the window, you know? Like you gotta be in control. These are not the stores in Bickle Volcano, you know?
No, you're right. Where exactly? Where, and by yourself or with others, and what settings. Those are the most important things to kind of figure out. So I'm with you on that, man. And that does change what you look for. So it's funny, Troy. Like I remember when I had like one vape and I had it in one place. It was always there. And I would go there and I would vape there. It was a desktop. And my life was I would always go, there was an Extreme Q, or it was Riser Extreme before the Q. It was a Riser Extreme V1. And it was in what was at one point my office, but it was in there and it was in the closet, and that's where I vaped all the time. And I was in there a lot. And so
vaping in the closet.
Right. And then I started getting more vapes.
New podcast right there.
That's right. That's a good one. And they ended up stashing them different places around the property, so if I wanted to vape here, vape there, whatever, I'd go grab that. And then I remember when I finally had a drawer that was dedicated just to vapes. I was like, wow, I got a whole drawer of vapes, man. This is amazing. And then it turned into shelves. And then I remember the first time, like, this room is for vaping. I was like, this is fucking great. Like, this is where all my vapes are. There's always a vape there. That's where you go to vape. It was fucking great. But yeah, I don't know how I got on that, except that it does kind of go kind of crazy. Like where you want to vape is important. And I did get different vapes for each place at first, like I want something different that does that over there. So that makes a big difference. Where are you going to vape for your selection? For me, it was plugging in. It's plugging in.
That's interesting. Well, I carried the Mighty, and instead of having vapes everywhere, I had grinders full of weed everywhere. Since I've always been a collector, and as soon as I had more than one grinder, I'm like, this is perfect. Now I have a grinder for by the couch when I vape weed by the couch. Then I could just go there with a nug, grind up my nug, and then there would be weed in that grinder left over. So like I'd be passing through with my Mighty. I may have just vaped in the garage and dumped out the empty on the floor. And then I go in the kitchen. I'm like, hey, there's a grinder in the kitchen. I open the drawer, scoop up a new fresh bowl. Pop,
you.
Mighty's reloaded. Like, even though I just vaped a bowl, now I got a fresh one again. Like, ta-da.
How often do you, like, is it a morning thing? You run around and nug all your grinders? Or, I mean, how often do you load them? Or?
Whenever. A lot of times there would, like, at about the kitchen drawer where there was a grinder, there was also usually a jar or 2 jars sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so now you got jars and grinders starting to be in places.
Not anymore. Now it's all here, and I take it there if I want to vape, just because
you're not single.
Well, yeah, exactly, and I'm really trying to like have everything have its home, like I have this disorder where I just leave shit everywhere, and I'm trying to like train myself to put everything back into its little home. I'm trying to organize everything. Yeah. Dude, when I was looking for this Cannabis Hardware Nova that we gave away, dude, my unpacking after this move has been a nightmare, just to say the worst. I was going through things trying to find the Zen leaf, the missing Zen leaf, and I thought I found it. I found this box. I'm like, oh, this one's really heavy. Like, this is probably it. It's about the right size. It's a big flat box, pretty heavy. Open it up, fucking grinders. I'm like, damn it! I'm like, I already got all the grinders organized. Like, I already built my wall of grinders back there. Now there's a whole nother box of grinders. So
that's fucking funny, man.
Yeah, funny.
Well, I love where we're at today, man. I love these. I mean, dude, I feel like this is the golden age of vapes for me right now, because like my bedroom has a a little small station that's for the yeah. I'm probably about a 6 or 7 right now. I need to vape again.
Shit,
It's time for me to vape.
I'm at a strong like 9. So yeah, you need to
Nah,
vape again.
I've started to come down because remember I'm a herborizer now, so I had a little bowl.
Jerry's representing the traditional vapes tonight, so he might need
yeah.
a little while to catch up.
No, I'll go right back to my ball vape and then go back to my herborizer. I'll mix it up. So
Okay,
let me get back in the game. Let me get back in the game here. But what was I talking about, bro?
Isn't that a song from High School Musical?
Fuck yeah, brother. Get your head in the game is what it is. Get your head in the game. Get your head in the game, I think it is. I heard that in Camp Rock way too many times in my life. A lot of kids the right age for that shit when it came out.
Mm-hmm. Kids.
Yeah, it wasn't me, bro. I wasn't like trying to get into that.
I know, bro. My kids watched it too.
Hannah Montana. It's so weird for me still. To this day, it's weird for me to see Miley do anything. Because for me, she's Hannah Montana, man.
Hannah Montana? Dude, I watched the shit out of Hannah Montana. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the kids were always watching it.
Yeah.
I was always watching it too because I was there, you know? And dude, that Nickelodeon, they play that Hannah Montana like fucking 4 hours a day. That shit was always on marathon. It was Hannah Montana marathon, non-fucking stop on Nick Jr. or whatever that show was. Dude, it was constant. Like it honestly, it felt like there is some deal going on. Like somebody like did a bunch of fucking Hollywood hand jobs and is working their magic to really like pimp this girl. Like this show is like really getting on blast. And the Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus was like in every like Disney promo. It was Disney, right? Like it was a Disney thing. It was everywhere. She was everywhere, dude. It was just like constantly like
selling out arenas, man. Like my kids went to that shit. You know who I liked better, who was just before that, I believe, was you remember Lizzie McGuire?
Yeah, dude. I like Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire was better, I thought. Like, there was some talent there. You know what I mean? There was more than what we got out of Hannah Montana.
The Lizzie McGuire movie is actually pretty good.
Right.
Not gonna lie. Like I've watched it willingly. like doing things like in the garage and like, oh shit, this is on.
Somebody here? Okay, turn it up. Oh my god, that's funny. Man.
There's so many fucking quotable, referenceable things in that movie that it's such a good movie. Such a good movie.
Didn't see that coming tonight, did you, chat?
Now I kind of want to watch it.
Disney teen shit. Oh my gosh, yeah. So
we have it on DVD, but I don't have a DVD player anymore, Jerry.
Thank God. Okay, that's good. Nobody does. I have an Xbox only for like that's the only one I have is on my Xbox. My computer doesn't even have it anymore.
I saved my vapes from 20 years ago, but I didn't save the DVD player. And I have DVDs.
Yeah, right. I hear you. I got some Blu-rays and no Blu-ray player. Like,
fuck?
Just in case, it's cool to have the movie. It's a Big Lebowski. Don't touch it. You know, you've got those movies you're not going to get rid of. You got the director's cut DVD.
No, actually,
whatever the fuck.
We donated them. We donated them yesterday. What weird timing that we're talking about this.
I was about to say, what? I'm not doing it. Fuck this. It's better not be. You might pressure me. No, dude, I like mine.
After this last move, so this last move was rushed. It was kind of forced, and we didn't have as much time as we thought we had. Right. And it was hard to find a place. we really realized like we have way too much shit. We have too much stuff. Like there's things that I put here from our last move that I haven't unpacked. Like there's things that are just sitting there. They're still in the same place.
To be fair,
I
you weren't
mean,
there long, just so you know.
I know it was only like a 2-year stay or 3 years, but still, you know, that's just like baggage. And to be honest, to be completely fucking honest here, like I remember when my grandpa died, my grandfather died, and his house was just like filled with shit, like filled, like they were like they kept everything, like all the Avon stuff, like everything. It was like knickknacks and paddywhacks and just it was just hoarder's heaven. And I remember all the drama that it created with like the family. Like first they were like fighting over who gets what, but then they were also like, what are we gonna do with all this shit? Like this is our fucking responsibility. And then growing up, like my dad was kind of the same, like filled the house kind of a thing. And then I started seeing a little bit of that, like my vape shelves became like, fill the vape shelves, Jerry. Like look at all this space I got. I got 14 feet. That's 2.5 feet deep. Times 4. Like I got all this space, and then I added tiers. Like look at all this space for vapes. And then like when it came time to move, it's like holy shit,
All these fucking vapes.
that's a lot of fucking vapes.
Didn't even bring the shelves, right? You got rid of them.
I got rid of the shelves.
Yeah.
And it was mostly because I didn't want to give them to my landlord.
Right.
I couldn't take them with me. I mean, I
Yeah.
could, but it would have cost me basically the same price of buying the new shelves.
Yeah, I hear you. Mm-hmm. I've seen that
Yeah.
before. So yeah, it's fun.
Dude, that was an epic thing. I sold those shelves too. I put them on. This was when I realized how dead Craigslist is, because I posted those shelves on Craigslist, and I went in like 2 days and there were no bites. And then I started to fucking panic. I'm like, fuck. Like I'm gonna have to give these shelves to the landlord. I'm gonna have to ask her if she will take them because they're huge, And I'm like, well, I'll post them on Facebook. Like I hate Facebook, but I'll log into there and post them there. And fuck, within like an hour, I had like 4 people, like all like trying to negotiate and trying to like ask questions, and a couple people like, oh, I'll take 2 of them. I'm like, dude, I don't want to like arrange a date. I don't want to like get somebody into my house in this vulnerable moment while I'm moving and packing. Like, I don't want to have to do it twice. Like, I want somebody to buy both of them. And this dude hit me up. He's like, I'll take them both. I can come right now. He's like, I'm in West Covina. I'm like, sweet. That's actually where I'm kind of moving to that area. So like, yeah, dude, come on over. And he showed up with this tiny fucking truck, like this 1989, like one of those little bitty miniature Toyotas. Have I told you this story?
No, I know the truck though.
Okay, yeah, dude. He showed up in this tiny fucking truck with his wife. And I'm like, bro, these shelves are a lot. And when we took them apart and he moved all the wood and leaned all the wood on his truck. And then as he put in all the metal, by the time he got in all the metal shit into his truck, the back was bottoming out. Like it was completely bottoming out already. And then he put the wood in there. And like I'm like, I don't know how this truck fucking moved. But he strapped it down. He put a couple straps on there and took off with four of those giant shelves. And they must have weighed like fucking 3,000 pounds. I don't know what they weighed, man. They were fucking heavy.
Right.
But he was a strong little old Asian man. Like I helped him take it apart, and he and his wife just like loaded up their fucking truck, paid me the money. And yeah, dude, Facebook, I had so many. The whole time this guy was unloading, my Facebook was like ba-ding, 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 like from people like, yo, I'll take those shelves. Yo, like there were so many people wanting those shelves.
Dude, that's funny because I bought something just 2 days ago or Monday or whatever it was on Facebook. I never go to Facebook. I was getting into some video games, And I didn't like the prices at the store. And one of my kids goes, "You should go onto Facebook." And I went, "Oh fuck, really?" They said, "Yeah, go to the marketplace." And literally, dude, I went there and searched for exactly what I wanted. And within an hour of my search, there had been 2 posts before me of exactly what I wanted in my like immediate community. Like, didn't have to go across town or anything like that. I was like, this is fucking crazy. And I ended up getting them both. And you know, because you have to do that sometimes. These things don't work. So you got to cobble shit together. But yeah, dude, don't
Let's
get me
see what's
started on
on-
that because I don't want to be on Facebook.
Let's see what's on Craigslist.
Craigslist. Are we can, oh, hang on.
Now that I've moved, Jerry, my Craigslist is different. So yeah, can we please oh, by the way, Kira, no, I didn't film. I was so desperate to move that I just couldn't.
Hey Craig, what's on your list?
Nice, very nice.
Perfect.
So I don't want to scroll randomly. Actually, I love scrolling randomly and seeing what I find. But sometimes there's inappropriate things and I don't want to get in trouble. But
Did you search something yet?
no, I haven't searched anything yet. I'm scrolling just what's directly
You're
on.
free balling. We're risking it right now. Like we could
Yep.
end everything right now.
Totally.
You crazy search. You got to search exactly.
I just want to go a couple scrolls just to see if I find anything super fun. Because sometimes you find really fun shit just by scrolling randomly, you know, like
Really
forklifts
nervous,
are fun.
bro. You got me nervous. You got me nervous.
It's they're pretty good about catching like the boobs and the dicks and stuff nowadays. I haven't seen them in like weeks. Everybody's moved to Facebook. Also, I don't see anything interesting. Let's see if I can find some vaporizers. Okay, so we got an Extreme Q for $70. What the fuck is that? Puffco Plus, $40. Pax Era, $20. Dabuda, $80. That's not bad.
$80. Yeah, right on. That's legit.
CFC, Volcano,
Volcano.
Dr. Dabber, Ghost.
What do they want for the
Volcano Classic, yeah.
How much for the classic?
This one's $100 with
What
the
about-
hard case. Look at that, Jerry.
$100. Does it work?
I assume so.
That's crazy.
Vaporizer with
$100?
case and bags works great. $100 with that hard case. I've always wanted one of those hard cases.
Right.
What
Bring
the fuck
friends.
is this?
Bring friends to that one.
Yeah.
$100. That's a little fishy. What about the volcano above it? How much was that?
This one's $200.
That's
This one's-
legit, maybe.
This
price
one's
line.
newer.
That's what I would ask.
You'd
Did
go
you
that
go-
one or the one with the hard case?
Oh, they got a proxy there too.
You get a proxy for
that a-
200.
Gold volcano? Is that choice gold volcano on there?
It's not mine.
What are they asking for?
$300.
Wow. What is some of this shit? Right on.
It is a mighty 210. Old
210?
school mighty. Mighty
Okay.
OG. Pax 3.
Mhm.
Pax 3 for $50.
All
This
right.
dude, this thing has been on here for like 5 years. Like this guy has been selling these 3 things. He's constantly reposts them.
For $10? It's a
I-
shirt and a sleeve.
No, I think it's just 3 of those sleeves.
Jeez, that's so funny.
I almost want to buy it just to fucking stop seeing it whenever I search vaporizer.
I think that's hilarious. Like, who the fuck is selling 3 fucking Evo sleeves? That is fucking hilarious, bro.
So yeah,
You can get anything. That I'm gonna remember that about your LA Craigslist. Is that the motherfucker's always selling 3 of those sleeves? Oh, that's great. Those fucking things, because the vape got too fucking hot.
yeah,
Or-
yeah. And even though it was turning off every 30 minutes, even though it was
Yeah.
turning off every 30
That
minutes,
thing
it's
got,
still
got
got,
going inside, man. You're
still
right.
got too hot. How do I stop this?
I don't
All right.
know.
That's the end of that fun.
Right? Enough of that. Let's pack a bowl and talk about conduction, man.
Yeah, dude. Okay.
Do you have a conduction vape to use tonight?
I did not get a conduction vape out. I forgot about that part of the assignment, and I have my Ace. I have my Ace cordless screwball here that I can do some pre-soaking to get a little additional conduction to make it relevant in the conversation if I need to have a vape that's relevant to the conversation.
Yeah, because I don't know if you understand it. You know what I mean? I don't know if you ever had one before. So
No, thanks. Appreciate that.
I'm sure you can speak to it, Troy. No, I don't care. I just happen to have a Starry here because I pulled one out for that. I had it out the other day, and you know how we always we've done Da Vinci on this show like twice and done their stuff, and every time we get really slow and stony, and there's something about that conduction stuff we talked about, and so then when I used this the other day, it did the same thing to me. Then I did the one of the Da Vinci's and it didn't, and I was like, what? Why didn't that? And I wonder if it's because the Starry goes all the way up to 460 something. Like it gets, you can get shit flat out black out of the Starry. You know what I mean? Like it'll really overdo it and not burn it.
I mean, what did you do with the Da Vinci? Because the Da Vinci will totally do the stony thing.
I topped it out, man. The first time was on the Smart Path 4, and the second time was set to 428 as high as it would go the whole session.
Huh. Maybe is it the 3? The IQC?
That was the 2. I was using the IQ2.
That was the brute force Da Vinci name attack right there. I could not remember the fucking name of the vape. So
that's right. That's exactly right. So now I'm going to use a Starry, but no, we were going to talk about the bad rap this shit gets, and you know, I mean, we're qualified because I mean, I was giving it a bad rap back in the day. You know, we understand where the rap came from and why and all that shit. So,
dude,
I mean,
yeah, the snobbery. It was like pro conduction must die. Death to all conduction vapes. You know, but hybrids are okay.
Well, yeah, I get it. Well, here's the deal: is okay. So I was probably leading that charge, and like I told you. I was only desktops. Like that's all I had. I had desktops because there were no fucking good portables. My first portable was a Vapor Genie, and then the Magic Flight when that beta tested, and then the fucking Solo, and that then I'd find that was my first electronic vape was a Solo. So none of those vapes worth a shit compared to a Silver Surfer or a Vape XL product. You know what I mean? Like they were never going to satisfy. And then I'll be damned if the motherfucker who comes out and says, this is the best vape in the world with a $40 million ad campaign isn't a conduction packs one vaporizer. And I was so pissed off. I'm going, fuck that. Like that vape is not the best vape in the world. And I'll be pissed off if people think that's what we're doing because that's not what we're doing. If I don't have any vape that does what that thing does. And I avoided the conduction scene because I didn't like the taste. I didn't like the wastefulness. And that was the rap it got. And now that we have some pretty good vapes that are conduction and portables, I'm starting to appreciate it. You know, like first of all, I started to appreciate it because you and I got blitzed off this shit. That's first and foremost. If it'll make you stony, you'll like it, and it can make me stony. But it's also really affordable. And what I've really noticed lately, Troy, is it's actually really helpful when I'm looking for that gentle hit. You know, when you and I go hard on ball vapes for a while, and after a while, you know, your throat needs a little like break there. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, it's getting hot.
You said hard on.
I did. That's funny. The way you laughed.
You said when you go really hard on ball vapes.
And then I talked about your throat. So anyhow, the point is, there was a time where I was really just getting sore throats at night all the time and losing sleep, and I'm like, this is dumb. So I stopped using my convection desktops that I was going hard on. I said it again, and I got to go up with something different. And I should keep it. You like it?
Yeah, so keep saying the hard on. How many times can you say hard on, Jerry?
As many times as I talk about how I hit these vapes.
You got a hard on counter?
So yeah, the point is, I was looking for I still want to vape. I'm not going to quit vaping. And what I found was I could use lower temperatures. Obviously, I could use smaller loads, and I could go not so fucking hard. Like I go slower, like go easy, don't huff it so hard. And all of those work well with a conduction vape because when you just sip it, you get the first fruits. And so I was like, oh, conduction vapes are great when you don't want to have any wear and tear on your throat. So any wear and tear from the conduction vape is truly going to be from whatever you put in it. Assuming you're not trying to really huff on it. If you just do it at once, which is little sips, it's fucking great. So anyhow, I love it, man. We're gonna get so much out of context shit here. It's gonna be great. I love these things. Keep them coming, man. You guys are awesome. Anyhow, I gotta pack this thing. Now, here's the one thing though, Troy. I don't want to put my snow till in this thing.
Oh,
What do you
I
think of
don't
that?
blame you. But you'll taste a different representation of those terps now through the conduction.
It'll just only last for a little bit and then taste
Yep.
crummy. So I don't want to. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that so bad?
Great body high. Yeah, you'll get to experience a body high that you haven't experienced because you haven't used a conduction vape with weed that's that good and it has those terpenes.
All right, I'm not going to do the pie scream because I don't have enough of it because this is a big oven. I'm going to go with my
Carbon
lemon.
fiber would be a good one.
What about lemon cherry gelato?
Yeah, sure. James can be a good one.
All right, let me see. I got James here, and I have the other one you said. Let's take a look. I've got only one big fat nug of James. I've got more of the carbon fiber. Let's do some carbon fiber in here because that's actually really good. I remember that. That was like, whoa.
It's the story.
I'm just going to cram a nug into it too. I'm not going to grind it.
Jerry's gonna cram a nug in it.
Cramming nugs with Troy and Jerry. Cramming nugs. Now we need a cramming nugs song.
We do that'd be hilarious to get a cramming nug, like a crunchy death metal cramming nug song.
Can we have Betty Myers? Sometimes you got to cram one in.
Jesus.
Oh shit! All right, I'm ready to hit this conduction wizard vape here, man. So.
Sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and hit my wall. I'm gonna let mine pre-soak there for a momento, just to give it a little preheat. Oops, that's not the one I want.
I'm starting low at 356 because I want to get some tasty before I go ripping it out the top end.
Where'd it go?
Before I go hard on it.
You keep saying that word. Oh, the sun is gone. All right,
Right, Xander gets me, man. Well, Xander, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I can smell it. I can smell the vape heating up. It's cooking, dude. So cheers.
Cheers. Mine's ready. Any different for you?
I mean, a little, but not like it would have been if it was a corded screwball, to be honest. There's a little bit of pre-soak, but like with the corded screwball, I can blacken that bowl. I'm talking like blackened. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I can crush it. I can crush it.
True.
But
I might.
The Ace, like once you pull it from the heat, dude, it's bleeding. It's bleeding. It's leaking. It's losing its music, losing its vibe.
My mouth is coated in pine and some little bit of menthol and mint, but mostly pine.
Oh,
like this is legit. At 356, I'm not getting any visible vapor. I'm just getting tons of fucking. My mouth is coated in flavor.
What did you end up going with?
Carbon fiber.
Carbon fiber. Yeah, dude.
This is fun.
That's a good one.
Anyhow, I'm just here to say that after a long time of shitting on conduction vapes, I see a very valuable place for them in the market. A, for those who want to go easy on their system, talking about their throat and lungs. B, for those who really just want to take little sips or can only take little sips, are really good for weaker lungs if they need to vape and they don't want to go, hard on something. And then also because they're usually pretty cheap, you know what I mean? Like you don't need to spend $300 on a packs back in the day. This has been $100. It's not 130, but this is like $90 or some shit. Like it's cheap. Works good.
Is there any pure? I mean, that one right there is pure conduction. Like the Starry, right?
Yeah. This is all conduction. The packs is all conduction. All the Da Vinci's are all conduction. Those are the ones that are major brands off the top of my head. Plenty of others. The Boundless, a lot of the Boundless vapes, not all of them, but a lot of them. That kind of shit.
Yeah. And then I still think it's unique. I don't think it's worth pursuing. But if you're a true conduction vape snob, the Rift, the Vivant Rift, has like on-demand conduction.
Oh yeah, that thing.
It's a weird vape. Interface is kind of clunky, but it's got a lot of power in it, and it's on-demand conduction. You can take the heater out of it. It's got like
that's nice.
It's got like 3 little bowls. They all heat up at the same time, but it's got 3 little independent bowls. And you can like break up a nug and cram it into 3 little holes, or you can just cram the whole thing with ground herb.
Cook it at the same time, or do you rotate through them?
Well, no, they all heat up. The little dividers, the 2 little dividers in the bowl are actually the heat source. There's like these little chips that get super hot, super fucking fast. So they shaped a bowl that's basically like a PAX oven divided in 3 around that heater.
Okay.
Around those 2 heaters.
Interesting. And the Magic Flight, that was also on-demand conduction.
Yeah. I mean, technically, it was conduction, but it was like kind of infrared. It was kind of like radiant heat as well.
Which they all do anyhow. They were the only ones to advertise it. You know what I mean? So
true. But like with the Magic Flight, you were actually like spreading a super thin layer, a small, tiny amount of weed, and spreading it in like a super thin layer. You grind it real fine, spread it in a super thin layer, and the more spread you got across that screen, the better the vape worked. So that was there was heat coming from the little screen. The thing connects and that all kind of heats up. I guess it depends on the box as well. I've gone to some sessions. I remember going to some sessions and using somebody's box that didn't work nearly as good as mine. Like it was I really struggled to get vapor from it. And then I remember using somebody's box that was like way better than mine, and it just fucking ripped. And I was like, yo, like, what is up?
was it just a different battery? I mean, different.
That one was the power adapter in the car. That was
fuck yeah.
That was
a big
like,
difference.
that was a huge difference. That blew my fucking mind. That was like one of the first times that I actually got too high. Jerry. Seriously.
That's great.
Like, because what had happened is, I think I told you this story, but I was meeting this dude, a friend that I've been friends with for like a decade or more. And I hadn't seen him since I moved to LA. So we were going to meet at this burger place. And my kid was somewhere else, so I had time to kill. And I went to this burger place, and I showed up like 30 minutes early, and I just like seshed in my car because I didn't want to get drunk. I didn't want to, because like alcohol doesn't really agree with me. So I seshed in my car pretty hard, and then went into this burger bar and waited and waited. And then I had a whiskey, and then I waited. Then I had another whiskey because he was late. And then he shows up and like go to hug the motherfucker, and he smells dank as fuck. Like he smells like weed. I'm like, bro. I'm like, really? Like, I didn't know you smoked, man. And he goes, oh yeah, I was just in the car. I've been in the car. Sorry, I'm late. I was in the car token up for the last 20 minutes. And I'm like, you motherfucker. I'm like, I would have been in the car token up with you. And he's like, oh, you want to have a little pre-sesh? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, let me finish my whiskey real quick. So I slam this whiskey. And then we go to his car. And I'm not sure what to expect. I got my vape. Like I got my, it was the Flower Mate V5. You know, I got that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And he pulls up the Magic Flight. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I know how to deal with this. I can deal with this. And he's got the car adapter hooked directly into his cigarette lighter. And I'm like, oh, this is sweet with the little button. And
It was state of the art, man.
bro. And I already knew how to use the Magic Flight, you know. So like I was good with the button. And bro, he had the best fucking weed. And I got so fucking ripped in his car. The Google Street van thing went by, and we all got our fingers out the window. It was
Great.
oh, holy shit. And then when we went back in, the bar was suddenly packed, and I was in line to get drinks, and he went to the bathroom, and then while waiting in line, I was trying to figure out what beer to get. I had this vision of me stepping up to order my beer and then getting the giggles and not being able to order my beer. And then the thought of me getting the giggles while in line at this bar made me laugh. And then I fucking got the giggles, and I was just standing there fucking laughing. And for some reason, I thought my friend was behind me, you know, in line. And I turned around and I like got real close, and I'm like, dude, I am so fucking high. And I like opened my eyes, and it wasn't him. It was I was like, just like some dude. Oh shit. And then when my food came, I was so high that I couldn't eat my food. Like and we were cramped at this table, and there were so many people around, and I was just like stoned out of my fucking mind. I ate half this burger like real slow, like a fucking bird. And people around me were like, dude, are you not gonna eat the other half of the burger? I'm like, no, man, I'm too fucking high. If you guys want it. And then like immediately people were like,
Shit.
taking it. And yeah, it was this Father's Office, which is like this famous burger place where they don't modify the burger. Like you order the burger and they're fucking getting you a burger. They don't have ketchup or anything like that.
No ketchup?
Yeah, don't ask for ketchup.
They expect to get our business.
Jerry, I'm not going to take Jerry there. That is, Father's Office is not on the list of places that in LA that I'll take Jerry. Goddamn, you'll get us kicked out of there.
Well, if they put mayonnaise and mustard, that's a good alternative.
Are you on the QP train? Have you tried QP, Jerry?
I have. I had to stop.
Oh, why?
It coincided with when I started to really put on weight in the last year. I was like, oh, I don't need to do this.
Oh,
so I was going to town on little roast beef croissant minis sandwiches that I would make with that. I would just whip out a croissant, slice it open, throw some QP in there, throw some roast beef, and go to town. And shit, that'd be the main part of my diet for a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? I love that shit. You know, it's like when I get onto something, I'm like, I'm gonna eat that, and then I just keep eating it.
How long have you been back on beef?
About a year and a half.
Oh wow, it's been a long time now.
They're coming up on 2 actually, because it was Thanksgiving 2 years ago.
I need to stop telling people you're a vegetarian or vegan.
Right, I'm trying to get back to that. No, I'm not anymore, man. I tried to.
Interesting.
My body likes it better when I don't eat much meat. Maybe once a week is a good portion for me. I'm not subscribing that to anybody else. My wife is in a different boat. She needs more meat. I believe her. My system doesn't do as well with as much meat as hers does. So, you know, just got to find that balance for yourself.
Whole family likes meat. I've been doing some grilling. Do you see any of my grilling videos, Jerry?
Every now and then I catch them, man. They don't show up on my. Do you do them very often?
I've been trying to do them. I've been doing them weekly now.
Or
But yeah,
fucking hell.
YouTube isn't treating me with any love. Like even if you're subscribed to the Weber Killer Club, like they're not gonna show you. Then you probably got to go search for it.
Fuck me, man. I'm following
Dude,
you and I'm not getting your shit.
I'm telling you, the YouTube algorithm is now like tuned to my face and my voice and my personality, which is
Mhm.
actually kind of why I'm doing a little bigger of a push on the Weber side of things to like throw that AI algorithm on, because it is AI driven. It is
Right.
AI driven. So
Yeah.
me with a personal brand that dips in multiple spaces, I have the potential to get fucked by AI that's false negative on me.
Your
For
appeals don't work over there?
well, I mean, can't appeal. Hey, the algorithm isn't showing my video to any of my subscribers.
Oh, gotcha.
There's nothing to say
Unlisting your
about that.
shit, they're just not doing anything. I get you. Right. Okay. For a second there, I was doing the. Oh yeah, they're taking them down or something. Or okay, I'm getting high now, man. This thing's fucking with my head.
Good. Yeah, because like I feel like my personality that I become, as like 420 Vape Zone, as like on video, like I turn up the loudness. You know what I mean? I don't become anybody new. I just turn it up a little bit and do it in front of a camera. And I feel like that has evolved over the years. And since I took a break of making videos on the barbecue side, and now I'm like making videos again. Like my personality isn't. I'm not the same Troy that I was when I last made. Like, hey, here's how to smoke your fucking turkey ass or whatever. Like I've always been a little bit weird and stoned and whatnot. But like, I wonder if people can see the difference. Because like I even like as I'm editing, I'm like, whoa, that was fucking flamboyant. Like doing the clicker thing as on the dick. I guess I did that with a bratwurst one time at work. I did that at work.
It's fucking great, bro. I love that. Okay, so
I'm high.
while you were talking, I was vaping, and that's what I got out of my story.
Nice.
Some dark ass shit. Let's see how in it goes, because you've got a view of, like, here's the top, the little light part there is the top.
Crunch
And
it
the
up.
rest-
We're gonna crunch
we're
it up
gonna
and do the
do
crunch test.
Oh,
Let's make you big. I got you.
I'm not on autofocus, so it's not gonna.
We don't have sound, so I'll just make some crunchy sounds.
No sound on that.
Wait, what is it? Soft? It looks soft. It looks soft and velvety.
It is kind of soft, actually. It's kind of
Smear test. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not burnt. It's just really dark.
No stick.
No. A little bit of maybe a slight sheen to my hand from the oil. A little bit of oil in there. It's not totally bone dry.
A little oil. So you probably could have vaped a little bit more. If you
Yeah,
wanted
but I
to.
stopped because of the taste. That was why I quit. I was like, that is not what I'm here for. So, you get that super roasty. I had that thing on 464, bro. I had it way up there, like when it gets dark.
464. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's pretty dark. But you were whole nugging it, so
Exactly. It's great. Lasted a long time. Went through 2 cycles on the heater because it quit.
you kept the cannabis in its natural container.
Okay, so anyhow, I see a place for those things. Dude, are you ready to
What about the chat? What the people in the chat use any conduction vapes still? Do you see a place for them?
Yeah, and if you do, which ones? Let me.
Are conduction vapes dead? Do they deserve a place in the market, on your shelf, in your pocket, in your arsenal? I don't ever use them, but I agree, man. Like I wouldn't want to be without one of them. Super stony.
Mhm.
And they're great for people who aren't daily cannabis users. Like when my daughter brings home a boyfriend and he's like, "Oh, I wanna try a vape," and I'm like, "Oh, have you smoked weed before?" He's like, "Yeah, I've smoked blunts and weed and joints and whatever." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Pack a Da Vinci, give him an indica. He's not gonna try anything with my kid. He's gonna be sleeping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. That'll do it. I used to give that to my wife back when she was having some real. We had to get zeroed in on some stuff, and it was her Da Vinci because hers is the red one. They gave that to her when she came to a show with me once. Her Da Vinci was the one that was the best hit for her because she could take short little sips, and they were very easy on her. A lot of mouth to lung kind of thing there, so it's easier to take down. And yeah, it was really gentle for her, and I kept it around 390, and it would still get her a little stony, but not too much. We never turned it way up. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. I know what you're saying.
Those are some cool faces you were making, man. I like that.
Dude, I just had the instant need for something that I don't think exists. Imagine like a sweet little stir poker tamper. Maybe one with a tail that makes it fit the bowl, but with little skateboard trucks and wheels that could be used as a fingerboard to like do kickflips and shit. I would learn how to do kickflips and ollies and shove-its, and I would skateboard all the way across, and I would fucking ollie up and steer my bowl, and then fucking grind off the handle and kickflip down and fucking skate away, bro.
Yeah, you want the flip deck stir tool?
Yeah.
Google that shit.
Does it exist? Is it? Don't fucking tell me that thing exists. Come on, Jerry, don't fuck with me like this.
Don't they have everything out there?
I want it. I want it, Jerry. I need it. I need it. I need this in my life. Make it happen. Somebody.
All right, look. You know what I need, bro? I'm gonna hit this ball, but you know what I need? Chat. Let's do a bowl together in the chat. Let's do a bowl. Here we go. I'm soaking. We need a dab, Troy. We need a dab.
Oh fuck. Oh girl. Oh god. Oh Jesus.
Can you tell the quantum story about this? Is there a quantum story behind what we're gonna do here?
Well, do you remember the dabs? Can we just show the video again?
You know where it is?
Yeah, I can find it probably.
You guys remember this from like a week or two ago? Probably 2 weeks ago. That's part of our news. It was in the news.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. It was the community part of the news.
So, from what I understand, this hash rosin didn't go through the quantum entanglement machine directly, but it went into somebody's butt, and then that person went through the quantum entanglement machine, and then things were recovered. So,
is it just to get it over the border? We're stuffing it up the butt when we go through the entanglement.
I don't know why they did it that way, but yeah, whatever works out. I'm sure it did not affect the terps.
Right. Okay, but what's the point? Why are you bringing up entanglement?
Oh, because aren't you dabbing some?
Is that what we have? We have that stuff. We have that. Is that what got entangled over here? That's amazing.
Do you have some on your desk?
I have it right here in my little fridge.
Do you have a way to dab?
I have a Seed of Life banger heated and ready.
Oh, you're doing that. I like that experience. That worked out pretty good.
I did too.
Worked out pretty good.
This looked like it came from a dispo. Look at this with the little snap cap and all.
Oh shit! Look at that. I love those little caps. Sometimes it scared the shit out of me the first time it happened. Sometimes I'll open it and it won't pop.
Right.
And I won't realize it, and then I'll set the cap down and I'll be like getting my dab, and then it'll pop.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
That
Let
is
me
beautiful. You've
let me
been
see the
saving that?
yeah, let me see. Here's the Bangor,
Bangor.
and then here's the goodies. Look at that.
Damn, have you touched it?
No, I've only smelled it a few times. I haven't touched it.
Oh,
This is fresh, like I picked it up today.
wow. Look at that lip gloss. That's beautiful.
I came from a dispo, man. That's amazing.
Mine is almost, yeah, sorry. Mine's,
Well, you told me it was a face smacker, and I can see why. That's funny.
yeah, the first time I had it, I'm like, oh, that was nice and tasted good. And then it's kind of like just doing my shit. And then like maybe 15 minutes later, I was like, holy fuck, I'm high. Like, Jesus, like, what is going on? It's one of those like sneak up on you, like the Fushnikins. Are you familiar with the Fushnikins?
Oh, that sounds great.
Well, you have to Google that one.
Wouldn't even know how to spell it.
Sneaking up on you. All right, so you're gonna dab. You got a Bangor hot and ready.
Yeah.
I got a Bangor hot and ready.
My dedicated dab glass that you've taught me. I'm going for that.
What
Fresh
is
water? Fresh water.
beautiful? Beautiful. What is your Bangor temperature set to? What are you pulling out at?
525.
Oh shit, you're pulling pretty low. I'm gonna pull now then because mine is like I'm pulling out a Puke and Beagle Terp Slurper out of the D-Nail. This thing's probably like 660, I would say. Yeah, 620. 620. So Jerry.
I'm excited about this.
Dab initiated. We are at 600. I'm gonna scoop. I'm gonna scoop my dab.
Too big.
580. You're dropping fast. I'm gonna be dabbing at 516. Oh, we got a fucking night wrecker here.
All right, I'm going in.
I'm gonna
Nice.
put that back. That's too big. That's too big. Oh, what? I can't. Sorry.
Ooh.
Oh, we are globbing tonight. Wow.
This tastes fantastic.
Holy balls.
Damn, Troy. You were joking. Lord sing for us, brother.
If I had a piano here, I would make a bunch of noise and it wouldn't sound like a song, but I would feel good doing it.
Right? It's called being high, brother.
You ever play the air piano? To songs. I don't know how to play the piano, but I can play the air piano pretty fucking good. You know?
Yeah. I was more of an air guitarist myself, air drummer.
I actually played the air drums in my most recent Weber Kettle Club video.
No shit.
You mentioned that. It was supposed to just be B-roll test footage.
Yeah.
It's the camera angle. But it worked out funny with the way the voiceover worked. So I left it in.
Oh, gotta keep these out. This is gonna be a regular here. I like this banger. This Bangor.
Bangor.
Bangor. I like the
Lovely.
Bangor. The altar Bangor. The chalice. Is it the chalice? There's the chalice and the crucible. This is the crucible.
What? Okay.
Going by their terms on the site. Another place you can use your Troy and Jerry code. Get free shipping and a bunch of goodies.
Code Troy and Jerry.
Use it worldwide.
I use that code everywhere. Jordan Jerry.
Anywhere. Money is accepted.
Just try it.
There we go.
Oh man, I got a problem.
What's that?
I got a problem.
Got yourself a problem.
I am out of isopropyl alcohol.
Ooh, that's
Hey.
not gonna help your cost.
I distinctly remember my last dab being like, "Oh shit, I guess it doesn't work anymore." Like,
And we know you're not going anywhere between just one dab. Like, you don't need more warning than that.
oh, there's none. Like I already did the perfect tilt thing. I got the last squirt out of this bottle.
Perfect tilt. Love it.
I have 2 of them, but I don't know where the other one went.
Endless summer.
In the summer.
2 men, tons of vapes, in search of the perfect tilt.
What is this like? If we were to do a porn together, what is he doing?
Endless summer? No, bro. Endless summer is a classic surf movie of all time.
What did I say that one I watched tonight?
Endless summer?
No, earlier in the stream, I was like that'll be something good to watch tonight.
You know I'm not gonna remember that. You probably won't either.
Oh, come on. Really? Anybody in the chat remember?
Play the tape.
Like what? We were talking about some old shit. I'm like, oh, that'd be good. And maybe it only happened in my head. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just gonna say thanks to Sean. That was amazing. Thank you.
Hannah Montana, Lizzie McGuire. It might be a Lizzie McGuire movie. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I want to watch the Lizzie McGuire movie.
No, bro, you don't want to do that.
I kind of want to work on my knife some more, even though it's fucking sharp now. Like it'll shave my wrist, no problem.
I don't like this. This is not how I want to end the show.
What? But
You
I'm just saying
Stick
that
a
the
knife
tip,
to your skin.
that the tip is like not sharp. So like if I wanted to like cut something like that, I mean, actually I did fucking cut that paper towel, no problem. Never mind. All right.
Sharpen the shit out of it, man. I'm telling you, be careful.
Yeah. Well, of course I did. I spent like an hour on it.
Right?
It's good. It's
Not meditative,
shaved.
but you did.
I got a fucking bald spot on my wrist. I can't bend my wrist that far. Turns out
That's crazy.
that's crazy. Go watch Hannah Montana. I don't know. I'm not feeling Hannah Montana right now. Hold up, that didn't sound right. Phrasing. I don't feel like watching the Hannah Montana movie at this time.
I don't know that I'm ever gonna feel like watching that again. Just to be clear.
What? No, dude. Can you imagine being on mushrooms and watching that?
Oh, I can think of a lot of things I'd rather do than watch
Oh,
that.
for sure,
or
for
watch-
sure. But that's not how life works sometimes, you know.
Want to be stuck with mushrooms and nothing but Hannah Montana to consume?
No. Then I just imagine surprised by mushrooms and nothing to do in a cabin but to watch Hannah Montana with Billy Ray Cyrus himself on mushrooms.
Oh, I do not want to do either one of those things. The mushrooms I'm fine with, but watching that and with Billy, I don't know. Nothing.
What's wrong with Billy Ray Cyrus?
We should just say goodnight. You know,
Did I strike a nerve? Do you have something against?
I've never met the man. I'm just, not a
BRC?
huge fan. Not a huge fan.
You got something against the BRC?
BRC. Nothing against him. I'm just not a fan. That's all, man. Sure, the guy's cool. I never met him,
And his ABH?
but I
His
just
A-
think of other things I'd rather do.
His achy breaky heart?
But that was the tune. Achy Breaky Heart.
That was his first one.
There was
He's
another
a
one.
shitbag. Yeah, I'm sure he's a shitbag.
There was another one. Name another of his songs.
Did
Troy.
he have more than one song? I don't fucking
Name
know.
the second one. That's all I'm gonna say.
Dude, oh shit. I bet I could. Like without googling it, I bet my brain can come up with at least one more of his songs.
I'll give you all the time you want. I'm gonna look at the chat. Chill Mike, no, I don't hate country, man. I love it, man. Going back to Garth is when I started first. I didn't like country as a kid, but back when I heard Garth in the '90s, that kind of changed things for me. So,
Dude, I like Garth. I had a Garth Brooks shirt that my friends teased me and I never wore it again.
that's funny, man. I grew up on Jimmy Buffett, so I love Kenny Chesney and Alan Jackson and all that whole how that whole thread or vein or whatever you want to call it, that whole connections worked out. So you can get into a lot of good country artists through Jimmy Buffett, and I grew up on Jimmy Buffett, so I like that shit.
So my parents listened to country. So like whenever we were in the car, if it was the radio, it was the country station. And dude, the fucking country radio songs that they'd play on repeat were just so fucking annoying and shitty, and I hated it. I didn't mind like the old, like they would play like their CD or their tape, and it would be like Johnny Cash or fucking old country shit. I didn't mind that at all, but it was like the modern shit that they played on the country radio was just, I hated it. I still do.
It's funny, man. I didn't either. Like, I mean, I didn't start to appreciate country, like I said, until mid to late '90s. You know what I mean? So
Willie Nelson.
I was
I
almost
remember
30.
all the Merle Haggard, George Jones.
Yeah, I did not like any of that music. As a kid, I was like, I don't like that music. I was in the 30s. I started to like it in my 30s.
Same. Like I didn't really like it when my parents listened to it, but I didn't hate it the way I hated radio country.
Gotcha. Yeah, I had no taste for any of it. Jimmy Buffett, yes. All that other shit, no. And not all Jimmy Buffett. Like I go back now. There was a certain era that I grew up in of his. It was in the 70s that was really fucking good. And then everything after that was mad best. You know what I mean? He did one album with a bunch of country artists that was good. I forget what that was called, Coastal Carolina or something like that. But yeah, man. I kind of, if it had that kind of a sound, but I mean, even Jimmy Buffett did a lot of countryist type stuff that I did not like. Most of his stuff I didn't like was country that Jimmy Buffett did. That's what I was trying to say in my stoned way.
There's some artist now that's like going country, I guess. I mean, the guy from Stained went country.
Oh, right on.
And now the guy that looks like Blake, but with the face tattoos. Fuck.
Imagine if Taylor Swift had stayed country, man. She ditched that shit.
Not Jelly Roll, but similar. Post. Yeah.
Did he go country? Post Malone?
He's like going country. He's like,
oh, right on.
I don't know if it's permanent or whatever, but he's doing a bunch of it now. Good for him, man. Good for, like, express yourself. Try new shit. Like, man, people get locked into an image of what they want another person to be and then expect them to be it, and then post publicly disappointment when that person is not a match of what they expected them to be or what they demanded their future to be. They didn't do the things that person would have preferred, you know? Like, there needs to be a little more freedom to do shit and try shit and express yourself.
Right?
You know?
Don't tie me down, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind hearing Taylor Swift do another country album at this point in her career. That'd be kind of cool. See her come back to that a little bit.
Right? Okay. I like Taylor Swift. I don't know a bunch of her shit, but when it's on, I don't mind it. When it's on video, I don't mind it.
Yeah, man, we're in the same boat.
Cool. All right. And both high?
Yeah.
Ready to end the show?
Yeah. Are you gonna push a button?
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't
Let's
Remember
say,
what-
well, hang on before you do anything. Let's say goodbye to everybody, man. Good to see you guys. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming out, and congratulations to the winner tonight. Was it Lee? Something Lee? Eric? Eric Lee was it?
Wasn't it Kyle Lee? Lee Kyle?
I think Kyle Lee was it. That sounds right. Congratulations for winning that. Thanks to Cannabis Hardware for giving that shit away, man. That was beautiful stuff. We'll get the address to we'll get to you via email, and we'll get your shit going. And thanks for hanging with us tonight, man. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. It's been great. It's been great. Little chiller vibes tonight.
Hey,
Nice
Troy,
cool
before
air
you
tonight.
you push it, let me push it.
Before I push it.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it because then you can do your little pointy thing.
Oh yeah, okay.
All right. Which one was it? Is it Jerry and Trey outro at the bottom?
Probably something like that.
Yeah,
I think I got it figured out. It's like right here.
Okay, you there, guys? He's trying to put his finger right where ET's finger is going to show up as soon as I click the outro. So, you guys have been dope. Here you go. Let's see.
Yeah, fuck with Troy and Jerry, that's the facts. Turn up your vape and kick back. Just think, dank, and relax. Vape pills streaming into your brain. And thank you, planet, off the vapes. Is where I like to buy all my shit.